There we go. Hey everybody. So I figured I'd just stream, I wanted to stream Genshin Impact for a while here. I didn't know that this patch was going live today. I streamed Slay the Spire way earlier today and then took a nap because I thought that this patch went live tomorrow. And it turns out that it does not. But that's okay, that's a welcome surprise. I've wanted to roll on Yelan for a while. I know that the patch got delayed just because of, everything that's going on in the world. I'm really glad that the devs are okay. I think that you always got to put people first, Obviously everyone wants to get in, play their favorite game. It always stinks to lose out on stuff like that, but I think that the safety of people is always the first priority of everything, no matter what. So, glad everything's going all right there. But, I figured what I'd do is I'd start out real quick by doing the test run for Peerless Trial. Oh, is this a full-on event? Interesting. Okay, I didn't know there was another event coming. There is a story quest, so let's go ahead and pick up that. Maybe we'll do that after we, interlude. Okay, so there's a full-on interlude before we can even do that. But I figured we'd just do the test run real quick. For that, I'll do these later. Just kind of show off what you can do. Then I figured we'd pull on her. Maybe, I thought this was going to come out tomorrow, so I was going to do my dailies and stuff. Maybe we'll just mess around for a little bit. Then work on the story quest and everything. But I really like the design of Yelan. I'm not a big Xingqiu player. But I know that she's supposed to be very, very similar to that. I wonder what build they go with, because the artifacts that I prepared are 2-piece Hydro damage and 2-piece Emblem of Silver Fate. That does make a lot of sense as well. But I prepared a 2-piece Hydro damage set as well as a 2-piece, oh, now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, now I just feel dumb. I spent a long time. 2-piece, Tenacity of the Millilith for a little bit of HP. She is an HP scaling character. It looks like they gave her Emblem of Severed Fate though in the trial. That's not a bad set for any kind of support character though. I use it on my Raiden. I use it on my Yamiko. My general teams, I always run Raiden Eula for the most part. I really like that team comp. And then I like running a healer as well as another sub DPS. Whether that be someone like Yamiko for the Electro Resonance. I know, so big things with Yelan are supposedly she gets more HP based on the different elemental types, which doesn't work out well for me because my best healer is Kokomi. And so if I were to run a healer in a comp with her, it would be a little bit difficult to get a full 4 types. But she definitely seems like a really good off-field DPS. As always, you can use any character as a main DPS. But that doesn't mean that is necessarily optimal. But I think, yeah, she has the dash. I know when she's out of combat, she's supposed to get a really fast charge arrow like that. And sorry, I'm going to turn down the volume. This is going to minimize my screen for a little bit. I don't know why, but when they, let's see if that does it. When they, that's a little bit better. When they did this update, I can't alt-enter to make it windowed, and so I'm going to have to mess around with the settings here in a bit, but I just want to try this out. But this pops up a dice. It's supposed to do coordinated attacks similar to Xingqiu's ult, something like that, when normal attacks go out. So I think that could be really good with Yuva. I've also heard she's supposed to be really good with Hu Tao comps. That's interesting. It seems like they put her with a ton of off-field DPS in the trial, which is interesting. Just because she doesn't seem like she herself is the type of character that I'd use, but I'm not so worried about energy recharge. I'm not planning to roll on her banner. I've spent too much money on this game. I'm trying expressly not to spend a whole lot more money on this game. But, overall, I tried to focus HP before everything, obviously. And then I tried to focus crit stats. I just wasn't very lucky. I have notoriously bad luck. It's why my name's Misfortune Crow. But, overall, we'll have to see when I put out my artifacts. They're not fully upgraded yet. I usually stop at 16. Unless I really, really like a character. But, yeah, really interesting character. Seems like a really good burst DPS. You can get in, use her E, use her, ult. And that quick charge arrow, I believe it charges when she's out of combat. So she just gets a really quick charge arrow as well. Very, very interesting. I cleared all my notifications. I got a lot more lax about that once I got C6 Bennett, because you're just never gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, you can, but it's just a bad idea. Not that I use Bennett, but I just don't think in terms of investing for account, that's a good idea. I considered maybe doing one pull on Yelan's bow if I won my 50-50. I'm literally sitting at 0 pity on both the weapon banner and the character banner at the moment, but I do have over 200 wishes, so we can guarantee we get C0. She's supposed to be pretty high value, even at C0, but I have a level 90 LEG for the end that I was able to upgrade. I still need to upgrade some of my main character's weapons, but as you can see, I rolled on these weapon banners. These 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the only weapon banners I rolled on. I randomly got C2, R2 engulfing lightning, just like super luckily. Everything else, like it's just like on Homa, I think that's where I got LG for the end. But I was rolling on Homa banner, and I had to go to 3 Epitomized Fates. I'm trying to remember. Yaimiko, I think I got on either the first or the second one. Moonglow, I believe I got second after Jade Cutter on the second time. And then Engulfing Lightning, I just got crazy lucky. I do have notoriously bad luck. I pretty much always had to go to Soft Pity. And funnily enough, I lost my first 4 50/50s in this game, so I was pretty sad. But, you know, that aside, I think overall it's kind of evened out. Because I've won a fair few. My luckiest pull ever, I got C1 Hu Tao as well as the D-Luke. I was at Soft Pity, so the first, and I was all on guarantees. So the first Hu Tao was basically guaranteed. But to get 3 5-stars was insane. But normally, I almost always have to go to Soft Pity, so we'll see how this goes. Real quick, though, let's go ahead and maybe... Jeez, I just wasn't prepared. I was thinking about what I want to do. I think we will probably hop into this, Okay, so there's the interlude, but there's on the stage behind the stage. Maybe we'll do this after the story quest. I'd like to do a whole lot of this. I really enjoy this game. I love when there's new content. I think it'd be a little bit hard to reliably stream this game like it is with the roguelikes, because like with the roguelikes, I can just do a bunch of uncut runs for a game like Isaac, for a game like Slay the Spire, and I can just go. But with Genshin Impact, it's a little bit harder to make consistent content because a lot of times there's not a whole lot to do. But there's a new interlude, which is cool. I'm pretty much at the very end of Ayato's Archon quest. I'm actually at the very beginning of Yaimiko's. I barely just talked to her at the shrine and such. I just forgot to do that. I didn't even realize they still had that. And then there's a few more quests and stuff. So there's a fair amount of stuff to do today. I might stream for a few hours. Maybe if, where I live, I think it is pretty late, but it's about 2.5 hours, I believe, off from being the daily reset. So we could do our dailies, do stuff like that. But for now, let's maybe just hop into the wishes. I'm just going to roll for C0. I'm not going to roll for the weapon just because I have R1, elegy for the end. Very, very solid bow that I just haven't been able to use on anyone. I'm not a huge bow user. I do have a Ganyu with Amos bow that I do like to use, especially for farming those annoying, like, spirits in Inazuma. But I figured that maybe I always wish from the Jade Chamber. I think it makes extra sense for Yelan just because Yelan is... She's a gambler, you know, she probably wants to make it rich. And then I had actually prepared a quick little fun team. I don't usually do wishing rituals aside from wishing on the Jade Chamber, which, to be fair, hasn't really worked out. But I made a team of wealthy people from each region. Ningguang, obviously, we're on our own tower. Tartaglia is just, you know, he's pretty much the only character we have from Shinesai, but he's pretty rich. I was thinking about someone from Mondstadt. D-Luke owns his own, you know, entire wine industry. You know, he's the backbone of that entire industry in Mondstadt. So he's pretty wealthy. And then I've heard Kokomi's pretty rich. And so, you know, if anything, let's just attract the gambler by having money. In theory, I'd love to win my 50/50, as always. But we'll just have to see. But I figured we'd just hop into it and see what happens. I'm really excited, though, to pull again just because you know, full disclosure, I'm not a free-to-play player. I usually do the Welkin Moon. I usually do the Pass. And then I'll buy money if... buy some pre-match, I'm sorry. If I really want some characters, I try to get C0. Of the characters I'm missing, I just wasn't super into like playing Ayato. I thought it looked interesting. I haven't gotten Goro because I didn't roll an Ito banner. Ito I've heard is a lot of fun, but to me it just wasn't... I'm not a big Geo player. Of the characters I am missing though, I really want to get Yoimiya. I'd like to get Kazuha. I really love Klee's design. Very, very cute, but I don't think I'll play Klee. Same thing with Venti. I think if you're going to go for Kazuha, Venti's a little bit more redundant. Zhao and Albedo also just didn't really attract me. Like, Albedo, I think Zhao's whole plunging attack style is super, super cool, and I know he has his own, like, unique artifact set now. I'm surprised he got another rerun, honestly, but, just wasn't, like, the first thing I was thinking about playing. Albedo's also, I know he's good off-field DPS, but I'm not a big Geo player. I have Zhongli, I use him for Hu Tao, and certain domains, but Geo's just not been the most attractive thing to me. I used to be a big Noelle player, actually, for a long, long time. Before I, you know, was spending money on this game when I barely had any 5-stars. For a long time, I would play Noelle, I would play Jean. I'm trying to remember who else I played. I played, like, Noelle, Jean, Rosaria, and... who was the last person I used? I don't think it was... I did use Ningguang a fair bit. Might have been Beidou, actually. I'm not the most meta-heavy player by any means. I just really enjoy the game. The way I see it with this game, too, is... as far as having to play like super high tier things, the only time that's really important is there's been a couple events that maybe I think you could argue if you wanted to go for like a top score. But aside from that, it's really just Spiral Abyss. And at the end of the day, I just don't want to rage at this game because I've raged at other games, you know, gotten frustrated. So I usually just do like the first 2, maybe 3 floors, get those free gems. And then, you know, maybe I miss out on 1 wish of Primo gems each reset if I could 36 star, but I'd rather just enjoy the game, you know, play who I want. But I think Yoimiya's style is very cool. It's very much like Hu Tao. You pop your E, you do pyro damage. The purse, I think, looks super, super cool. And I think Yoimiya is just kind of a sweetheart. And Kazuha, meta aside, I do think Kazuha has one of the best designs in the game. I don't know. And I'm a sucker for off-field DPS. Like, I used to play a lot of Shenhe. I play a lot of Yamiko. Obviously, my most played character is Raiden Shogun by a long while. One of my first 5 stars. I have a built Hu Tao. I do have Homa, but it's just playing Hu Tao in the off-world is a little bit stressful, honestly, sometimes. Just because you get low. I don't run jungly a lot of times in the off-world just because I think it's boring. So, oh my god, I don't want to hear about your Osmanthus wine. Yeah, generally speaking, I have most of that. Why is Yelan not even here? I have most of the characters I want except for these 2, and I think they're both supposed to get reruns in 2.8. But I'd like to roll on Kuki Shinobu. Because as I found out with the Goro banner, I was like, oh, I'll get him eventually. I have not gotten a random Goro yet, and he hasn't gotten a rerun. So I figured I'd just roll for, again, C0 Yelan, save some wishes, try and hopefully get... Because again, I'm just not super attracted to playing Ito. Not a big Geo player. So I was hoping to get Kuki without actually accidentally getting Ito. And then hopefully having enough that I can get, if not both Yoimiya and Kazuha, if they do have 2.8 reruns, at least one of them. I don't know which one I'll prioritize. It just kind of depends. But for now, I think we'll just maybe hop into the wishing. And we'll just see. First 10 wishes. I expect to go to Soft Pity. If I don't, I will be pleasantly surprised. As far as the 4 stars go, I believe I have like C5. I should have checked. We might check here in a sec, but I don't like to skip my wishes just because I don't wish that often. Even as someone who spends a fair amount of money on the game, I don't wish that often. Well, we got a flute, so next time's a guaranteed character, but that's 10 wishes. But real quick, let's go over that. So it was Noelle, Barbara, and Yanfei. My constellations, I am 99% certain from when I used to play Noelle. It's funny that I'm C5. I used to play a ton of Noelle before I had a bunch of 5-star characters. And R6 is what you really need to make her work, but it is what it is. So hopefully we'll get that. I have C4 Barbara, but I don't ever play Barbara, especially once I got Kokomi. And then, there's Yanfei. Apparently I have C6 Yanfei. So 2 Barbara constellations get 1 Noelle. I'd love the Noelle cons, just because, even if for, like, nostalgia's sake, I might go back and play her every now and then. But, this is 20. And this is guaranteed to be one of the characters. Yanfei, okay. The only one I had at C6. That's fine. So that's 20 wishes. Here's wishes number 30. 4 star. Come on. Give me my Noelle. Nothing else. Ah, perfect. Okay, so that's C6 Noelle finally. Launch blues. I honestly don't mind, like, getting just 4 stars. Like, I'm just hoping I don't lose my 50-50. Like I said, I lost my first 4 in a row, but over time, I think it really does even out. I'm probably sitting at, like, if I had to calculate it, I think probably somewhere between, like, a 40 and 45% 50-50 win rate. But, again, everyone can have really lucky moments, you know? Even someone whose name is literally Misfortune Crow because he has terrible luck. But this is Wishes 40. Another Yanfei, that's fine. You know what? If you get a C6 character, at this point, the only character that I would have cons for is Barbara, who I won't use. So getting one of the other 2 characters is a free wish because you get 5 Masterless Star Glitter? I think is what it's called. Dragon's Bane. So that's 40. If I don't have to go to Soft Pity, I would be really, really surprised, though. It usually happens for me. I know people say every 1 in 3 5 stars is not supposed to go to Pity. I feel like for me it's closer to 1 in 4 or 5. But, it just makes those ones where you don't even more special, you know? Another Yanfei. This makes me nervous for, if I do roll on Kuki Shinobu, because, again, I don't want Ito. I just don't. And if this happens where, like, say it was Barbara that I was trying to get, I've gotten 3 Yanfei, 1 Noelle. Kuki could be painfully far away. But you never know. Alright. I believe this is 60. Might be 50. I wasn't making a no, no, well. That's all I really wanted from the 4 stars, though. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, this should be the last one before we hit soft pity. Okay, okay, okay. What we got? Another flute. You know, funny story, back when I used to play Jean, because she was one of my first 5 stars, and I used to play her a lot, I used the flute on her. I don't even think it was that good. I just used the flute because it's what I had. I didn't have a Keela Favoni at the time. So I was like, huh. Which, I don't even know what's supposed to be the best Westburn on her, just because, oh, and here we go. But let's see if we win the 50-50, eh? I definitely, like, I was sitting on 0 pity before this. I did roll on the Ayaka banner, because I had quite a few wishes saved up, because I had wished for a few banners. But I lost my Ayaka 50-50 and the 50-50 before it. So, it would be nice to get a win here. We got an extra Noelle. Okay, it's coming up. I'm nervous. Is it literally last fish? Oh, that's okay. Just how it goes. An extra Gina constellation never hurts either. Kind of expected though. Like I said, I have notoriously bad luck, but when Jean picks up an elemental orb, all part of me is okay. Not bad, not bad. Second team healer. So the thing is, when I do play Spiral Bliss, even though I don't play the most meta teams, I usually do a Red and Eula comp with like Rosaria Kokomi for one team, and then the other team I usually do like Zhongli, Hu Tao, one other sub DPS, and then I use Chi-Chi just because I know you don't necessarily want to heal Hu Tao, but I'd rather, even with Zhongli shielding, I'd rather have a healer just in case something bad happens. So I usually bring one, and I think Chi-Chi just works well with Hu Tao because it is that super reliable single target healing. Anyway, because that was the last wish, I think we are pretty much at 0 pity once again. So let's get back into the rolls. Another Noelle. This makes me really nervous though, because like, again, if it was, say, Barbara in the place of Kuki Shinobu, I literally would not have gotten her before 5 star. Oh, I didn't mean to. I completely just like brain lagged there. I was like, I'm not gonna skip, and then I skipped it. But there's just something satisfying. Even if it's a purple, I know everyone wants to see that gold, but even just seeing a purple go down is honestly not bad. Alright. Come on, early 5 star. I think that was 30 wishes. Oh, nice! Hey! Go figure. Right after I said the last three times now, including this one, I went to hard pity, I immediately didn't. So, hey, that 1 in 3 roll people said actually worked out. But I'm really happy to have Yelan. I've been farming her mats. Like I said, I have notoriously bad. She's got such a pretty design. I'm a sucker for Yaimiko more than anyone else, but I think Yelan has a really, really pretty design. But you know what? For team-wise, I don't know what exactly I want to do. Still, I've heard she's good again with Hu Tao comps. I think I'm just gonna chuck her into this comp. Just to see how it goes. And then, again, I hate to run her with Kokomi because she gets less HP from her passive. So, oh gosh, I can't run. You know, let's go back to run Jean. I haven't run Jean in a long while. So we'll run her as my healer for these Argon quests. It's not like the Argon quest should be that hard. But, yeah, very, very nice design. I was surprised they put a character with a gambling aesthetic. Even though I knew, like, the gambling house was a thing, I did not think that would get put into the game just because of all of the stigmas in China with gambling. You know, I remember I've watched, like, Pro League of Legends for a while now. I don't play the game anymore just because it does get pretty toxic. And I just want to be, like, a wholesome gamer. That's my only goal is really, if I make someone smile, someone laugh or something every now and then, or just kind of provide a place, even for like 1 or 2 people maybe, where they can just relax for a bit. That's all my goal. But so I don't know if I'd ever stream League, but we'll see though. I want to stream Vampire Survivors. I tried to wipe my save file and I couldn't figure out how to do it because I'm kind of dumb. Like, Well, so like I was always good at academics, and I can play over 20 musical instruments. I haven't picked one up in a good while. You know, I'm out of practice, but like those were the only two things I was really really good at were academics and music. When it comes to stuff like tech, when it comes to stuff like other stuff, I'm not that savvy. You know, it takes me a while, so we'll see. But I was gonna try and do a fresh save, maybe do that on stream. But even so, I haven't done.
Looks like the situation has changed again.
Changed it. But yeah, we'll see. I'm also notoriously bad in my friend group at FPSs and platforming. I get roasted all the time. My friends and I used to play a lot of Destiny 2. Let me tell you something, anyone who's played The Last Wish, that place between the second and third encounter where you go through the space and try to hop on rocks, I literally a couple times had to log out of the raid and log back in after they crossed it because I couldn't do it. No matter how hard I tried. FPSs though, like on console when I was a big console gamer for a long time, which I was, you know, cheaper than getting a PC. I was high plat low diamond for several seasons on both consoles actually of Overwatch, and I was actually low plat on R6 console. The problem is, right, like R6 console, I feel like you genuinely just need to be good at droning and pre-firing. In PC, if you don't doink someone in the head, they're gonna 360 and pop you, which is scary. I enjoy playing games like Apex and Valorant. I just never been able to get down the recoil games like Valorant and CS:GO. It just doesn't make sense to me. I put my cursor on their head and it's like the bullets don't hit them, and then I'll be like randomly accidentally panicking and aiming at their feet, and I swear it just pins them in the head. I'm like, huh, interesting. And then Apex, I am terrible at. I have like 3 wins in Apex across like 300 games. I have like a .35 KDA. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy the game, but good lord, I am bad. But anyway, let's hop into upgrading up some of Yelan. I believe I farmed enough mats. Let's do. Oh, wait. 18. I do this. Try to waste as little XP as possible. But like I said, I've been farming for a while. I should have all the mats I need to get to at least. I never know, just because I know. Says you need like 400 something, I think, to get to 90. And I usually go to 89 unless I know I'm going to play a character. Like, the only characters I have at 90 are Raiden, Eula, Shenhe, Yamiko, Kokomi, Hu Tao, and Rosaria. Basically, like the, 7 characters that I really, really play a lot of. But we'll see. Like I said, I really do like Yelan's design, so maybe we'll end up playing her a lot. Okay, one more would do that. But I think, I can't remember how many blue books equal a purple book, but I had so many of the blue books that it's kind of like, surely that makes up for like the 100 or so that I didn't have. But farmed this boss. This boss wasn't the worst to farm. I think the worst boss I had to farm for the 46 match you need to get to the max ascension was the boss you need to do for Yamiko. I really hope no other character that I really like has to do those twin bosses again, because that was painful. Did not enjoy it. Was not a fan. It was a very unique boss, don't get me wrong, but like it was rough. They smacked me a good one. How much is that? Over 900? That's about what we've been doing. Again, not peak efficiency, but I don't really mind. I rarely enough wish on characters that honor her. I didn't know her ascension stat was crit rate. That's good to know, because my crit rate stats on the artifacts I've gotten have not been stellar. So having free crit rate is very helpful.
Finding the truth might sound
new talent, adapt these. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I farmed quite a lot of Mora too, so we'll see. Talent levels, we should have quite a few. I farmed Guards to Prosperity, so I think we'll be good on that front. 75 more, that's a satisfying one. I know people that like go out literally and do a little bit of XP farming each time, but like for a note of like disclosure, I got Raiden on her first banner, and I literally had her in my party. She's the only character that hasn't left my party since I got her, legitimately, in the overworld. After like, what is that, like 8 months almost of having her pretty much permanently and playing almost every day, just at least doing dailies, you know. Don't always do much more than that. With college and everything, I'm heading into a gap semester and I'm unemployed at the moment, but you know, with work and stuff that I did have when I was also in school doing both at the same time, it wasn't always easy to do anything more than maybe just dailies. But she was still not even like a third of well, I think she was a little bit over a third of the way to level, sorry, 90. So if you were to do things naturally, it would probably take you, oops, it would probably take you, I'd have to imagine, like, a couple years just for that one level. Like, it's one of those, like, yes, technically if you're level 90, you might be wasting XP, but you're probably never going to actually legitimately get a character to, like, it would take some serious dedication. I respect the people that want to do that, but I'm not going to do it. That just doesn't sound like fun. So, okay, yeah, it looks like we had just enough. But let's go to 89. As always, I just, like, if I'm not sure I'm going to play a character. To be fair, the stats from one level aren't that huge. I just do it because I'm like, hey, these are the characters I really like to play. So I've heard, as far as weapons, aside from our signature weapon, I've heard Elegy of the End isn't a bad option for extra energy to recharge, extra burst, especially if I'm not running Emblem of Severed Fate, though it also would work with the way Emblem of Severed Fate work. I've also heard she's one of the characters like Zhongli who, because of the way HP scaling bows are so rare, you could run like a, I don't even know if I have one on me right now. There is a 3-star HP scaling bow, but I figured, you know what, we have a level 90 Elegy for the End from when I'm pretty sure it was from Homa Banner. Why not go ahead and, you know, have her use that. Right now, without any artifact, she's sitting at 850 attack. So, for relics I farmed. This is the Sans. HP roll. For the record, I have spent like 30 condensed resin on this domain over the past couple weeks. I've gotten rid of a fair amount. I think this is literally the only HP scaling. Yeah, I had to go with this. I looked at the substats and I thought it was great. You know, I was like, obviously it could be a little bit better, but not terrible, especially these two at the bottom. My first two rolls, because I usually roll up to +8, then +12, +16, just kind of know if the relic's worth investing. So I got it to +12. Level 4 was getting the attack percentage, because they don't always come up with 4 at the start, right? And I was like, okay, not bad. My level 8 and level 12 rolls went into crit rate, and I was like, hey, this isn't a bad artifact. And then I leveled it straight to 20, thinking it was going to be a really solid one, and both the other rolls went into defense. So, it is what it is. I'm obviously going to try and resharpen up my relics over time. The other one I had for this set was the flower. This one, I actually think just had a high base one, but I believe, if I remember correctly, we got literally a roll into HP. We got defense, yeah, level 4. And then you have what? Level 8, 12, 16. So you get 4 more rolls. I believe I got 1 roll into HP, 1 roll into crit rate, 2 into attack percent. Again, not the best. Attack percent doesn't seem to be the worst thing, the best thing for this character. But if I ever get attack percent rolls on anything, I'm not going to be sad. This is one of the best feathers I've had for this character. For an HP scaling Hydro character, I felt like this was a really, really good roll. You know, a little bit of free attack percent, but 20% crit damage, a little bit of energy recharge, HP. From what I've been told, the priorities on this character are HP, followed by the crit stats and energy recharge. So, not bad at all. And then, honestly, no matter what the last roll goes into, ideally, I wouldn't do energy recharge with my current weapon and stuff, but I'd like HP or crit damage, but we'll see. Could be okay. And then the goblet was also pretty decent. A hydro damage bonus, I don't know if that's the most efficient thing on her. That obviously won't affect her normal attacks. But when you consider that, like, her burst, her E, and then her quick charge shot that she can do are all hydro damage based, as well as HP scaling, I don't think that's going to be terrible. But this one isn't too bad. Mostly, you know, we had double HP stats, which looked good at first, but we got crit damage and energy recharge rolls, which aren't bad by any means. And then for the helmet, I was just going to run a standard crit damage headpiece. Generally speaking, my thought on running headpieces is just that, like, unless you get really lucky with the headpiece you get, most characters, not all, you know, but most characters want a crit damage or crit rate headpiece. So, and those can be really few and far between. So I just figure you're never going to be run with 5 artifacts. You're never going to be able to run more than either 2 2-pieces or 1 4-piece. So why not just, you know, make the hardest relic to fill? It's farming for like a specific, like, I'm going for this domain for a good crit damage or a good crit rate headpiece that fits this character. Really, really hard to do. So that's usually the other effect that I have as the outlier. But this one has HP. I think it's had a defense roll, had a crit rate, had an energy recharge roll. I want to say it had 2 crit rate rolls just because crit rate isn't the highest when it increases. But here we go. So overall, we've got hydro damage, HP. Again, still some refining to do on these artifacts, but it is what it is. She only has 1300 attack right now, 33, just about 34k HP. Not terrible. As far as HP characters go, Micah Gomi has 41k. but that's also because she has her Moonglow, which does affect things. She's naturally going to have less HP because I've got this and I'm not rolling on a particular weapon. Maybe on a rerun we'll consider it. It just depends on what characters come and what happens. I also think the LG for the end, it doesn't look too bad with her. You know, it's a little bit lighter blue than her aesthetic, but I don't think it looks too bad thematically. And then my other HP scaling character, Zhongli, has 35k, just a little bit more, but he also has less attack. So there's that. He also runs a deathmatch because I had no idea what to run on him as a weapon. I know I could run, I think it's Black Tassel, but like I said, I'm not the most meta player. But overall, her stats are not terrible base-wise. You know, her attack's not going to look super stellar, but again, she's an HP scaling character. We've over doubled her HP already. Extra 50, like 150% total increase, I would say, from attack. A little bit of defense because of, you know, I can't escape the defense rolls, dude. But 50% crit, 133% crit damage, not bad at all. That's actually pretty decent. Her energy recharge is also not bad, I would say. 187 isn't bad at all. And you also have to consider I'm a big Raiden player, so that also heavily increases the amount of energy recharge that any team has. It's what makes Raiden Eula so good, in my opinion. Again, maybe not the top team. It's not Raiden National. It's not, you know, anything crazy top of the line, but I still think it's pretty good. But let's just clear out some of these notifications. Might as well use the free wishes that we have. I think I'm in like the 50s for normal banner, so I don't expect to get anything here. I mean, I have all 5 of the regular banner characters. As far as things I'm really hoping for, I'd just like another 5-star weapon, a different one. Funnily enough, the very first 5-star that I got was Skyward Atlas. And the second 5-star I ever got was a Skyward Atlas from standard banner. And then I kid you not, you know, like, I do have bad luck, but again, moment of crazy luck. My first 5-star was Soft Pity on the standard banner because I didn't spend money on this game for months and months. And then finally I was like, you know what? Once I had a job, had a little bit of income, I was like, I really like this game. And I don't think there's anything wrong as long as you can, of course, take care of yourself. You know, make sure that everything's just, okay, you know. But if you can spend money, it's disposable income, I say spend it on what you love. You know, people spend it on cars, people spend it on all sorts of real-life, quote-unquote, tangible things. But if you enjoy a game, why not? But my first 5-star was Skyward Atlas, and then I YOLO rolled one roll on the weapon banner. I don't even know what weapon banner it was, and I got a Skyward Atlas. So I had R2 Skyward Atlas before I had any 5-stars other than that, and I'd really never used it. But as far as things I'm looking for, Ammo's Bow is on my list for a long time. I would like any of the 5-star weapons, though I don't have. I have Ammo's Bow, I have Pavonia, I believe Spine is the spear, and Atlas. Skyward Harp could be interesting. I'm not a big bow user. Lost for the Sacred Winds, I don't even know what that does. Jade Wing Spear I would just like for the design. Wolf's Gravestone would actually be a pretty big upgrade for Eula. Eula is the only character in my main team that I don't actually have her signature weapon. So I do think Wolf's Gravestone would be a solid upgrade. But I do have R4. I run R4 Snow Tomb Star Silver. I'd like to get another Claymore Billet for her eventually. And I do think it's a very serviceable weapon for her. But, you know, just something about having, like I have my favorite 5-stars. I have Hu Tao. This is basically Ganyu's signature weapon at this point, but, you know, like, I got Yaimiko's, I got Raiden's, I got Kokomi's. You know, like, I'd love to complete the set, get her weapon, but we'll just see. It just kind of depends. Because, in my opinion, I think I always will prioritize, number one, new characters that I like. Which, again, at this point, I haven't heard. I'm not really thinking I'm gonna get Heijo. I'm not a big Geo player, and I'm not a big Anima player. So, and keeping in mind that I would like to get Kazuha, really the only 2 characters remaining that I know of coming up, aside from Yelan now, were Kazuha and Yoimiya. And again, I think I'm probably only gonna be able to get one, especially having lost this 50-50, because I have enough to go to Soft Pity, and I'm gonna hopefully roll, just raise Pity on the next banner, get Kuki Shinobu. Not get Ito. That would make my life so much more difficult. But if I get Ito, you know, I might build him. But I'm really hoping to get Kuki Shinobu, not get Ito. Raise that Pity, and then get either Yoimiya or Kazuha. If I was absurdly lucky, I could maybe get both, but I would say, because again, I do generally win like 1 out of every 2 50-50s, that's a good omen for my 2.8 roll, because I do think Yoimiya and Kazuha are supposed to get reruns in 2.8. But it is about a omen because if I have, like, again, bad luck, I didn't get a single Barbara in, like, 130 pulls. So, again, if that was Kuki Shinobu, would be pretty bad. Would not be good. So then I'd win the 50-50 on Ito. But generally speaking, when I've wanted to roll on both characters in a patch and I've saved for a patch or two, I found that right about 240 rolls usually is for me what I can use to guarantee both. Just because I almost always go to soft pity, which, hey, we got lucky today. I did save myself, like, probably like 40, 50 rolls by getting Yelan around Wish 30. But we also lost our second 50-50 in a row because I did lose my 50-50 on Ayaka. And, like, I can show you here. Just because the wishes won't have oops, wrong one. The wishes won't have actually uploaded for that one yet. So yeah, Ayaka. And then every page is 6 wishes. But prior to Ayaka, I had gotten a Jean. So that's what? 11 pages, 12 pages, 13 pages. Yeah, that was definitely soft pity. And so that was on page 13. And then before that was a previous banner character, I'm pretty sure. Right? Okay, yeah, it was a Shogun. I rolled on... So, funny story, the only characters that I've... The Hu Tao one was accident, but to be fair, C1 Hu Tao was really, really good. I wasn't trying to get C1 Hu Tao, though. The only characters that I've wanted to get cons on were Raiden Shogun and Yaimiko because I use them a lot, and R2 are both so powerful on them. Again, I got Raiden Shogun on her first banner. I won my 50-50. I rolled on her twice. And that's where I got the Gene from, is I'm pretty sure I won one 50-50, lost one 50-50 on a rerun, so I couldn't get R2, which is big damage spike. Same thing with Yaimiko. I was prepared to roll down everything. I had saved for so long for Yaimiko. Even spend a little bit of money. That's how I got her weapon. As well as I got C1 Yaimiko, but C2 is where you get the extra level, where you get the extra, they start at an extra level, you get an extra charge, I believe. I won one 50-50, lost one 50-50, and that was the difference maker in me not being able to get C2. That's okay. That's just, a goal for the future. But prior to this, I think was a banner character as well. So, again, lost two 50-50s in a row, but I had at least won one before that. Again, I think my 50-50 win rate overall is somewhere around 40 to 45%. So, a little bit below average, but yeah, there was my Kokomi. But not bad. And because I saved for such a long time, like I said, I was pretty much free to play, but I didn't roll on, like, hardly any banners. I started playing around, like, first Eula banner, and I don't think I literally rolled on limited banner until Raiden banner. Because I just was like, I'm not going to fall into the trap of gotcha. And then I definitely fell into the trap of gotcha, but hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. But you know what? Before we hop into like all the story quests and stuff, I have no idea. Let's see. I'd like to get this unlocked ASAP, just because I am sitting at max keys. It takes 2 days to get 1 key, but 5-star story quests I believe take 2 keys, and you will need an extra key probably to unlock. I'm assuming Kugi Shinobu's Hangout event. I would have to imagine that's going to be a thing. I have no idea what event this is. Complete Cosmic Maze to unlock. We might hop into that in a bit, though. It's active for 3 weeks. Let's do a Zhao's rerun, though, just kind of show off. I think Zhao's a interesting character, for sure, with the plunging attack mechanic, but I'm just not going to go for it. It's really just not my plan. But his whole deal is he has his dashes. When he uses ult, I believe he loses HP like every second, I want to say. But he like jumps higher, he does animal damage, I want to say. I wonder what set. Surely they don't give him like Viridescent, do they? Okay, they do give him. I don't remember what his original test run had. Because this set didn't exist on his first run or his first rerun. But that does make sense that they changed it to his pretty much signature set, but puts on his mask and you just get the plunge attack a lot, which is unique. But I can't say I'm like, oh, I like that. So I could probably do a pretty decent Zhao build because I do have Homa. Just alternate that between Hu Tao and Zhao. But as I get a chat from a bot about not gonna buy followers, not gonna buy primes. I don't even think you can do that by Twitch TOS, but I just wanted to do this for fun. I have no intentions of like, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I randomly got a bunch of viewers, stuff like that on YouTube or Twitch, I think anyone would take that option, but I'm still in college. I very much have plans for the future. I just want to do this for fun. I kind of needed to break the monotony of everything that was going on in life. College gets very, very tiresome. Like I said, I did lose my job recently. The world's tough. It just kind of, how it happens. Nothing like I did, but it just, the way the world goes, it's tough. Ever since COVID hit, and even before then, making your way in the world is never an easy thing. And I always just spend this. I could get one of these Black Cliff weapons or the Royal weapons, get extra mats. I just get them on wishes, though. You know? Like I said, I'm not free to play, but it doesn't mean I'm just gonna be like, hey, let's just, you know, dump money into this. It's not the wisest thing to do, but anyway, I think what we'll do now is head into the new Archon quest. Hole is in the chasm. Okay, to be fair, the first time we met her, she just saved our butts in the chasm. Oh, before we do that, I'm gonna clear up my Serenity Teapot because I was saving it because I thought the new patch was going live tomorrow. But, like, you have to collect that. There's, like, the weekly quest to, like, collect realm currency, all that stuff. But I will say, in the past, all these notifications at the top used to bother me. I know they give new notification menu notifications all the time for notices. And I used to clear them out really consistently. And then I got C6 Bennett, and I was kind of like, well, that's never going away unless that randomly becomes meta. So, it just is what it is. But let's collect this, collect this. I've been a bit sad that I can't switch out characters for affection just because these two have been sitting at max, but I do love Yamiko. I think Akomi is also a very cute character design. This is a waifu game. You know, I'm not going to kid myself and be like... Because I do have characters that, you know, I've liked Zhongli, but this is a waifu game. You know, I know it's a husbando game for some people, but I'm going to play the game to collect waifus, so... Is it sad? Maybe a little bit, but, you know, why not? Let's clear out all the new furniture. It has been genuinely nice, even though, you know, we can't get all that stuff. Getting a bunch of free coins every week has been super nice. Because basically every week, I don't even worry about farming seeds. I always keep the seed box out, but I've been getting, like, Ganoderma cuttings, which I don't need to be fair anymore, but I've been buying the ones that, like, I just don't ever go collect. Because farming materials gets really, really old really, really fast. Lately, I mean, the materials I really need to farm are samurai hilts, because I do have Yamiko. I do have, you know, Raiden Shogun that I need to work on. So, but yeah, being able to buy, like, 20 books here, because we're getting 5k free in addition. Being able to get some of these, very, very nice. Extra Mora, not bad. And I'm assuming that, I thought it was going to be fixed this patch. But honestly, I don't mind. Longer it takes. I mean, I'll definitely stick Yelan and a couple other characters that aren't at max affection in my Serenity bot once that happens. But I just realized we didn't even level up talents. But quick, like, overview of, like, my main team. Raiden's at 8-10-10. Eula is at 8-8-9. My Yamiko's at 6-10-8 just because her normal attack is the most important thing. And then my Kokomi's at 6-8-6. The main reason I would love to crown Kokomi's Jellyfish just because she's such an efficient healer compared to everyone else. But, I do have enough right now to do one upgrade. But you have no idea how painful it is to upgrade these. And I was trying to upgrade my level 80 weapons. And I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what all I need. So here I need these claws. These enemies are so annoying. But I need 18 there. And I'm pretty sure Kokomi's needs another 18, yeah. So I knew I needed 36 there, so I could go ahead and just use that here, but I wasn't exactly planning on it. But it would not be terrible to upgrade her Jellyfish. But yeah, my main crowned abilities are definitely 2 of Raiden's, 1 of Yamiko's. I'd like to... I also have Hu Tao's basic attack crown. I think that's it. I'm holding on to quite a few crowns. It just, at some point, it is, I feel, diminishing returns. I know people like to be like, oh, I have this character 10-10-10. But, I just like being able to play whatever character I want whenever I feel like it, you know? So, I'd like the upgrades. The only character, like, the thing is, Raiden normal attacks would be nice, but Raiden's really only, like, her E's very important, her hold's very important, but you're usually only DPSing with her when her ult's up. Whereas Eula is my main DPS most of the time. If anyone I was going to triple crown, it would be her first. But I really hate farming the like, of all the talent domains, I don't think Inazuma's one is that bad.
All right, maybe
I don't think that,
and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
I love Yelan. And I don't mind doing I honestly think that the Leo one for talents is the easiest one to do. I just, like, draining your stamina, even with, like, a Hu Tao. If I run, like, Hu Tao Zhongli, I can do the Ice Domain pretty easily for talent books. It's just not fun. And I like to play this game to have fun, and at the end of the day, I don't think farming's that much fun. I will say, I think, obviously, with Yelan, the main priorities will be her burst and her E. But we'll probably level them all up. I usually level every ability up to at least 6. That's about the point that I think the you know, you can just do so with almost, you know, no investment. And then after that, I go to like 8 usually. But it just depends. Like Yamiko, I left at 6 on normal attacks because I never, ever auto attack with Yamiko. You know, she's there to be burst DPS. Yelan, however, with her quick whole breakthrough state, getting a quick AoE Hydro Arrow, I do think it's probably worth it to at least somewhat do it. So maybe with this character, we'll do it evenly. Okay, I need to convert those. It looks like... I do want to get to the story quest. It looks like we can probably go to 777. I never expected to run out of those insignias just because they haven't been an issue for me in such a long time. But that's what I think is neat, is like, I get that Genshin Impact, you know, they want you to play the game more, so making new mats for new characters to farm is maybe a good strategy in terms of that. I do think it's really cool that they went back to older mats, because, like, how many of us have been sitting on, you know, slimes, on masks, on stuff like that? Pretty much max limit for a long time. That's it. I don't anticipate needing any more of these, so let's just go full-on blues, and then, oh yeah, we're pretty much... we're out. We're gonna have to farm some of those eventually, but I just haven't worried about farming those in such a long time. That's kind of crazy that we're gonna need to again. But here we go. We can go up to 777. I think we will prioritize her ult. Okay, I can get Guides to Prosperity. Like I said, I did farm quite a few. Obviously not enough to go max, but make another 22 blues. I'm at the point where pretty much every character that I want to use only needs purples, so we'll just convert them all, and then if I need more, we'll farm them all, you know? 3 days a week, including the Sunday being every day, every domain, you know? You can get them, so it's not like you're ever in a huge wait. But it looks like I can upgrade. I could save up and get to level 9 on her ult, but I think I'm just gonna do E. But, I don't know. Also, like, I don't know. I'm just a sucker for, like... well, knowing that I like Yaimiko and Yelan, you can probably tell what type I like. But, like, I don't know, like, the whole, like, jacket on the shoulders. I know it doesn't make sense physically. Obviously, it would, you know, fall off. But I always thought that was a pretty cool look. On guys and girls. Like, Loxus from Fairy Tail. Super badass character. Let's, finally get into actually doing some stuff for this quest. Okay, over here. I'm assuming we're meeting Yelan. I'm assuming this is going to be like the Shenhe Archon quest. Where, like, yes, she had her own... I think she had her own character quest. I don't remember doing it.
Whoa.
But,
Well, this place is just as
listen to
creepy as
Paimon.
Paimon remembers it. If it wasn't for our little investigation, Paimon wouldn't ever come anywhere near this place.
You know, I know a lot of people find Paimon really annoying.
There's someone over
But, I just found her always a little endearing. Like, companions like that, I'm just glad to have them, you know? Why is Jean Fei in the, chasm? She's a lawyer, isn't she? Like, why is she out here exploring? Hi, Jean Fei. How are you?
Oh, Traveler and Paimon? I didn't expect to see you two here.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yampe? Shouldn't you be at work in Liyue Harbor? What are you doing out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, to be perfectly honest, this case is a little out of the ordinary. In fact, this is the
Interesting.
first time I've ever witnessed the bottom of the chasm. Oh, but before I forget, could you do me a favor, please?
Sure.
If anyone happens to ask about me
Oh.
or my present whereabouts, just tell them you haven't seen
But
me.
you're like a legal consultant.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if anyone's following the law, I kind of expected you would be.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's quite a long story.
Of course
So
it
if you
is.
could, please just cover for me. I'll see you later.
Of course. You've helped us out in the past. I don't mind covering, Brad. You sure you don't want any help? Are we following you?
Hey! And there she goes. What in Tibet was that all about? Paimon's starting to feel nervous all of a sudden. Do you think she did something illegal
Exactly,
and now she's
yeah.
gone into hiding here? Or maybe something super scary happened?
Yeah, she is a legal
Don't be so
advisor.
naive. The
Yeah,
world
maybe
is
I am naive.
complicated these days, you know. We should be prepared for the worst. If something really did happen, we might find ourselves becoming her accomplices.
I am quite literally not from this world, Paimon. And I've saved Liyue Harbor like 3 times. What are they gonna do? Well, maybe actually Yelan. Yelan might. I mean, I've seen her character trailer. She beat the crud out of a Fatui what is it? I don't remember what they call it, but the gunner. So maybe, I mean, there's also like, I mean, Ningguang and Kuching are some of the highest authorities in Liyue, and they're what? Wait,
You over
what?
there. Yeah, you.
Why are they here? First time meeting Shinobu though.
Someone's coming.
Oh, what just happened?
Their
Oh,
voice sounds pretty familiar.
why are Ito? I know that Shinobu studied law in Liyue, but why are they here?
It's you two. So, what are you two doing in a place like this, huh? Wait, don't tell me. You're on vacation.
We've been here before, Ito. You're the one who lives in another country.
I must say, you two are looking pretty good. Things been
Oh,
going
thanks.
your way lately? Because I have been doing amazing.
I'm sure you have. Ever since we threw beans at you and you
Ito?
had an allergic
Who's that
reaction.
behind you?
Hey there, I'm with the Arataki gang.
Oh, I like her
Kuki
voice.
Shinobu. Nice to meet you.
Oh, all right. I almost forgot she was back there.
You're a
Let me
good leader.
introduce you to Shinobu, the pride and joy of the Arataki gang.
Hi, Shinobu.
Another member of Ito's gang.
Let me tell you, she's one of Hanamizaka's best and brightest, so of course she's
I've
in
heard
the
she was like a
gang.
shrine maiden
Shinobu
before.
takes care of practically everything in the Arataki gang. She can protect you guys too, you know?
I've also heard she's actually supposed to be stronger than Sara.
You must be
And
the
Sara
traveler
beat
in
up
Paimon.
Ito, so. Yep, that's us.
Yep. Nice to meet you too, Shinobu.
The pleasure's mine. I have a feeling that we'll be working together soon enough.
Yeah, I still have no
Ito,
idea why these guys are in
if she's
in
the one
Liyue,
who
let
takes
alone the
care of
chasm.
everything in the gang, then doesn't that kind of make her the gang's real boss?
Paimon, don't say things like that out
Are
loud.
you kidding? Of course I'm the boss. To the four corners of Teyvat, there is only one boss of Hanamizaka's legendary Arataki gang.
What are you trying to do, provoke
me.
Fione? Fione?
Okay, Paimon gets the dynamic now. A useless boss with an
Paimon.
old capable subordinate.
You cheeky devil.
Hey, you know what? Forget it. The average person couldn't possibly.
I mean, what's he gonna do,
understand
get mad at
the dynamics
Paimon?
of the
She's like 2
Arataki
feet
gang.
tall.
As the leader, I can't let myself.
Although to be
step
fair, he
down
literally
because
takes candy from kids, so
anyway,
he might.
Have you seen a pink-haired legal
Mage lady.
Wears a goofy hat, knows everything, kind of short.
Uh-oh.
Don't.
Her name's Yenfei. She's a legal advisor from Liyue. I thought perhaps you two would know her.
Well, Paimon might have just given it
No,
away.
we haven't seen her. We don't know this person at all.
Yeah, buddy, I don't know, like, it's just like, honestly, again, going back to the whole, like, I know people think Paimon's a little bit annoying. I've always viewed Paimon less of like a, oh yeah, it's Navi, who's supposed to be this helpful guide, and does literally, you know, nothing except scream, hey, listen in your ear, and occasionally tell you things that you probably already knew. But more of like a genuine, like, she adds things to the conversation. She's a little bit of a scaredy cat, but I really do like Paimon.
Aha! So you have seen her.
But I don't think there's any problem telling them that we've seen her, we just weren't, well,
Aw,
we did
look
kind of
at
just
you
break our
getting
promise
all
immediately, didn't we?
antsy. Seems I was able to get to the truth after all.
When
Wasn't
someone
Shinobu
is
the one who
lying,
asked?
Their eyes often start wandering subconsciously.
Oh, no.
Anyway, don't worry. I assure you we don't have any ill intentions.
That's what everyone who has ill intention
You guys
says.
know Yanfei?
I trust these guys, but
Well, she kind of.
that's
saved my
what
life,
everyone who
so
has ill intention
I guess
says.
we've met.
She saved your life? Wait, hold on. What are you two doing in the chasm anyway?
Oh, I don't want to say that, that's a little bit mean.
You know that the Sakoku decree has been lifted recently in Inazuma, right?
We're the ones who caused it to be lifted, Ito.
Shinobu wanted to come to Liyue
Like-
and pick up her graduation certificate. I came along because
Oh.
it's safer to travel in numbers.
She didn't have it before.
Graduation
That explains a lot.
certificate? Did you study in Liyue?
Yep.
Yes, I studied law at the Tongwen Academy in Liyue. Unfortunately, the Sakoku decree was
Oh, that
implemented
sucks.
just when I was home visiting
My
my family
little
before
sister
graduation.
actually
So
graduated
I'm a
the
few
year
years
COVID
late
hit
getting
and
my
didn't get to have her
graduation
like her prom.
certificate.
I didn't go to
We were
prom.
taking care of
I
some
broke up with my
errands in
girlfriend a little
Liyue
bit before senior
when the
prom and
boss
didn't
got
go junior,
tangled
but
up with some
I felt
millionaires
so
while
bad for her. She was
standing in
really
the
sad.
lobby. He was about to get arrested when, luckily, Yenfei happened to be walking past and helped
But,
us out.
I also have
Yep.
5
If it
siblings. It's a
wasn't
big
for her,
chaotic
our
family,
trip
but
to Liyue
I
would have
felt so
ended
bad
with
for
me
her.
in the slammer. So, you know, I just wanted to do something nice to show my heartfelt gratitude. But
Yeah,
said
she does
didn't
seem like
need
she
my help
bails
with
you out a
anything.
lot.
I thought there's a chance she might run into trouble here on her own, so I followed her here. Yeah, just in case she needs me to come leaping to her rescue.
Ah. So she told you don't come with her, and that very much does sound like Ito. Don't come with me. I'm literally just going up to pick up my graduation certificate. It's not even like a ceremony because I'm a few years late. You know? Okay. Totally. Wink. Just,
What? No,
shows
it's not
up.
like that at all. Look, I just wanted to protect her, okay?
She's
She
supposed to be
looked like she
stronger
was
than
in a
you.
hurry, so I thought she must be out doing something important. People can get into trouble
because
when
she's
they're
a
out in the
4-star
world
Ito, like,
dealing with serious business, you know?
I've literally heard she matches Kuchasara, and Kuchasara just annihilated you.
Traveler.
Yes.
That way.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see which way she actually went. Are we pointing him out of the chasm?
Great, thanks. I'll go after her. Shinobu, time to roll. Fear not, my savior. Ito's coming to your rescue.
I wonder what she did to rescue him.
Until next time.
Bye, Shinobu. Hopefully you come before Ito. Not that I dislike Ito. I like his personality and his character. I just don't think I'll play him.
Huh. Shinobu seemed pretty sharp. Paimon doesn't think you can pull one on her like that. Or
Yeah.
maybe she knows that Ito can be a big nuisance, so she's trying to stop him from bothering Yanfei. Oh, if that's the case, then wow, she really knows how to call the shots. Well, at least this way nobody will be bothering Yanfei.
You just want to give
If we run into her
Paimon a
again
head
later,
pat
we should
sometimes.
let her know that we helped her out.
It really is like having a child.
Let's go take a look at the
I'm not the
crazy
most
sights
mature
faster.
person by any means, but sometimes I'm really just like... Sometimes I really just sit there and I'm like, Paimon, good gracious. Alright, I guess we are going after Yanfei now. I do wonder, you know, even if it's a super secret case and she has to investigate things. You know, I know, like, legally, again, this is a fantasy world in Tevat, but, like, a lot of times, stuff like that I don't think can always be presented. I don't know. I'm no legal advisor. My sister-in-law's father was a lawyer, and I know one of my close cousins, her boyfriend is also a lawyer. So, I've heard things just here say a little bit about that, but I also have a massive extended family. Just big family. Like I said, I have 5 siblings.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
But my
The guy
mom
in the
was
weird outfit seemed super outgoing.
from a family of 9
Normally, I
kids, and my
don't mind
dad's from a
making
family of
friends,
6.
but I've got work to do today.
So big family.
Huh? So what kind of work are you doing in a place like this? Aw, don't tell Paimon you're thinking about becoming an adventurer too.
To be fair, Leo seems
Well,
like it
as
has a
legal
whole lot of
advisor,
resources.
Sometimes I also have to travel in person. I
Deal
came
with
to
a
the
will.
chasm to deal with a will.
Interesting.
A will?
That's right.
Where there's a will,
I
there's a
found
way.
will inside an old book. I'm guessing it was
Sorry.
left by someone of great importance. It appears he lost a magical device and wished to retrieve it.
Paimon didn't know legal advisors have to deal with that kind of thing.
They normally do, Paimon. I think Yanfei's just a little
Will
bit
execution
special.
is also part of my work as a legal advisor. Of course, cases like this are quite rare. The chasm is not the kind of place you can just waltz into.
We had to
whenever
get
you
special
want.
permissions, and we're literally the savior of this country.
So you do know what kind of place this is.
Oh, here she is.
Who's that?
Ah, I thought I might find you here.
Oh. Mom? Sorry. I said that. I can't say that with a straight face. Fucking mommy.
Whatever case you're working on in the chasm, I'm sure Liyue's top legal consultant can handle it without my input.
Yeah, probably.
That's funny. I thought we'd established that my legal opinion doesn't count for anything when Yelan's
I
around.
think Yelan's supposed to have, like, be super intimidating to Yanfei, and very helpful.
This is Yelan. Leah's, well, let's just say she works in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I can at least say
She's
that
kind of
much,
like the
right?
Batman.
Anyway, she's a friend of mine.
Not really, I guess, but...
Sure. Coincidentally, I have something to do here as well. Seems chance has brought us all together.
Oh.
You may not know me, Traveler in Paimon, but I've certainly heard about you.
I sure do hope so. We've, again, literally saved this country
You're all
multiple
here on
times.
business, and job to monitor the chasm. According to regulations, I should accompany
Oh,
you.
I didn't know she monitored the chasm in
But,
particular. I
as it
thought she was
turns
just
out,
like a,
I have other things that require
you
my
know, behind the
attention.
scenes
I'm
orchestrator.
afraid I can't join you this time. You may go about your business. Just try not to make a ruckus.
I don't know if we're so
That's
good about
most
that.
Unfortunate. I was about to ask for your assistance. Could you spare a little time to help me take care of this will? For old time's sake?
This really does have a Nasan
I don't
vibes.
know.
Please
Depends
help
what's
me.
in it for me.
Oh, that's harsh.
Fair enough. I suppose even a guide needs to get paid. It just so happens that Madame Ping gave me some nice tea.
She did give us a
I'll treat you to
teapot.
cup if you agree.
Why don't you tell me a little more about how you got here first? Then I'll...
Hey,
Oh.
you!
Did Ito find us?
What is
He definitely did, did he?
I know what you two did. You really
Uh,
tried to get me, didn't you? Well, and I thought
This is one of those awkward moments where it's like, hey man, like, we did promise Yanfei first.
That's close enough.
Huh?
Oh.
Who are you?
Sorry, this area is part of the chasm. It's closed to the general public.
Are you kidding me? I don't see any warning signs or fences.
That doesn't mean it's open, Ito.
Kid, where there's real danger, you'll never
She's
see
calling him
a
kid.
warning
How old
sign.
is Ito? He's an Oni after
I
all.
knew this place was so important.
It's true. This is not a place you can just go in and out of as you wish. That's also why I didn't want
Oh my
anyone to
god, they're
follow
both
me.
being so,
Unfortunately, you didn't
like,
listen.
I'm not gonna outright tell you, like,
Traveler has done a lot for Liyue in the
seriously, but,
past, and Yenfei is a renowned legal consultant
they're
in
both very
Liyue,
much being like,
so
yeah,
I
you're
can
not
trust
supposed to be
their
here, dude,
intentions.
like.
As for you two,
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're trying to say that I'm not famous enough and my intentions are no good?
Maybe not in
I
Liyue,
don't
dude.
know your background, so I can't give you free passage here. Besides, Yenfei doesn't seem to need your help, does she?
Yanfei's like, I don't want to go against, my basically
How would you know
Nasan
what
idol's,
Yenfei needs? What are you two joined at the hip or something?
word, but,
Right.
she does need help.
Anyway, I don't need to be a mind reader to see that. In any case, as a visitor from Inazuma, I'd suggest you defer to a local when in doubt. Stick to the local rules and keep yourself out of trouble.
Ito's not good at that either.
Why, you?
Oh my god.
Please, try not to be so impulsive. She is right, you know.
The voice of reason for the Arataki Ito game.
Starting to get a little heated here.
Yeah, neither side's handling it great.
Not good. He really shouldn't start butting heads with Yelan.
We've known her for like 30 seconds, and I
We
would say
don't
that's
know
probably
anything
true.
about the unique conditions of this place, so we'll heed your advice and leave immediately. But if this really is a dangerous area,
Yeah, there are people like
seriously,
Ito and
you
us
should
out
put up
there.
a sign.
We're gonna look straight at and be like, well, there's no sign.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. She's so sassy.
Oh yeah? And what if we don't leave?
Ito.
Boss,
then I'm afraid things might get unpleasant.
Oh.
Is that so? You really think you can take the two of us?
She beats the crud out of
Gotta
Batui
admit,
agents
I
all the
like
time,
your
dude.
optimism.
Although you're
Don't-
friends with the Traveler and Yenfei, I'd still suggest you heed my warning.
Oh my gosh, she is.
Thanks for that, but too bad I'm not buying it.
Oh my
If you're
gosh,
so
Ito,
strong,
you
why
idiot.
don't you show me what you got?
Yanfei just looks so like.
there's no need
Why
to
does
start a
this
fight.
always happen?
Oh no, I'm going in whether she likes it.
You think I was joking around, huh?
Is she about to beat the crud out of Ito?
Oh no, these two are about to go at it.
I kind of want to
Please,
watch.
wait a minute, you two. This
I know
whole thing
that's
started
not,
because of me. Why don't you just save me the
oh,
embarrassment and just...
Earthquake? I know that's not a good maybe mindset, but I really want to see. Like,
Uh-oh.
is it actually an earthquake?
Hey, stop trying to change the
Did Ito
subject.
stomp cause an earthquake? That'd be hilarious. I feel like that's not what caused it, but oh. Oh, well. To be fair, in his story quest, he did save his friend through a collapsing like domain, so he's fine. Oh, we fell too. That's a little bit, well, oh well.
What happened? Oh, hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Uh,
Oh, everybody
ow.
fell.
Putting my books under
They're
me
books,
to break the fall
Yanfei.
didn't help at all.
I love me a lot. I've been reading. I read the World of Atome games is rough for Moz lately, up to the current one. Such a good series. A little bit cringy, but I feel like isekai series are meant to be a little bit, you know, with the whole like my entire life was unfulfilled, but I got isekai'd into somewhere different.
I'm gonna feel that in the morning. Hey, Shinobu, Traveler, and my savior. Is everyone okay?
I thought you were a simp for Kujo-Sara. Are you
This is an
simping for Yanfei now?
unfortunate turn of events.
He's the big boy. I simp for 4-star ladies.
How far down did we fall?
Or maybe I shouldn't be
It
talking
seems the
actually.
ground collapsed during
After
a
all I
little
talked about Yelan.
confrontation up there. Perhaps because we triggered the elemental forces.
Well, don't look at me. If you weren't so rude, maybe I wouldn't have gotten mad. Who can put up with that kind of dude?
It's my
Gosh,
duty to
Ito.
stop intruders
He's
from
such
breaking
a...
into important
I like him
places.
so much. He's such a
Tell him
simple,
the
straightforward
truth
guy.
seems rude, then I'm afraid you're just a little too fragile.
Hey,
She
life's
called him a
too short
snowflake.
to give in all the time.
Boss, I'm afraid you're not going to win this argument. I suggest we stop provoking her.
Hey, whose side are you on here?
Just this conversation is so like
I'm simply
very much
pointing
like
out the
every character
facts.
here.
I understand how you feel, but you're making my
You're
life
making my
difficult by
life
starting random fights with everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like Ito can't argue against either Yelan or Shinobu.
Paimon, you have such a habit of pointing out things that like
Spot now.
you don't want them to hear you, so Ito and Shinobi are like you.
Hey, what do you mean? Don't you dare compare Paimon to Ito.
Whoa,
They're both-
whoa, what do you mean? You looking for a fight too?
Paimon was just saying how it is.
Oh my gosh, Paimon.
Knows you're a bit of an idiot.
You calling me an idiot?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah? Well, you're a puny little
Oh my
flying
gosh.
lavender melon. Ha!
Flying lavender melon. Oh, that's it.
Bull chucker. He does quite literally chuck a bull.
You an ugly nickname. Bull chucker. You better mind your manners, bull chucker.
We seem to be a long way down from where we fell.
Oh, that's
It's
so
impossible
funny.
to see what's going on up above.
It's unlikely we'll be able to climb back up that far. We'll need to find another way. I'm sorry to interrupt your lovely little chat here, but I think there's something you may
She's
need to
so
know.
sassy.
The chasm is regarded as a mysterious area in Liyue. It was sealed off for years due to a mining accident. Whatever goes on down here, I suggest you remember this. You didn't see anything, you didn't hear anything, and you're not gonna ask any questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Save you from
Yes,
getting caught
ma'am.
up in things you shouldn't know about.
We
I
have a
won't
very
treat you
bad
as
habit of that
hostiles,
happening, you
and
know?
in exchange, I hope you won't
Oh.
make things difficult when it comes to keeping secrets.
Won't treat us as hostiles.
I'll do what I can to find a
To be
way
fair,
out.
she's really just talking to Ito and Shin. She's talking to Ito. She's
Huh?
talking to Ito.
Where does she think she's going?
Like she said, to search for an exit. Chances are that Yelan is the best among us at survival and handling emergencies.
Yeah, probably.
We should just let her go. I'm
We
afraid I
handle
must
crises,
apologize.
but I
don't
wouldn't say that
typically
we're
disclose
prepared for it.
details
I
of
think we
clients
just
or
kind of
third parties,
happen
which
upon
is
them
why I
everywhere
couldn't
we
tell you
go.
the truth.
And everywhere we go, gods lose their gnosis. So, Dendro Archon, I'm sorry in
Came
advance.
to the chasm in search of the fantastic compass, which is mentioned in the will. Many years ago, my client gave this
The
magical
fantastic
device
compass,
to
huh?
someone ambitious, hoping that it'd be handy in times of need. According to an eyewitness account, the person who received the device took it into the chasm and has been missing ever since. Throughout history,
Why did they go into the
many
chasm?
wars have been fought in the vicinity of the
Oh.
chasm. Even if that person died in one of the
Doesn't
wars,
seem like the
I
best
still
place
wish
to be
do my
fighting.
utmost and find the device and fulfill the
But I
client's
suppose, you
wish.
know, if you're mad enough, you
Yelan's
fight
words
anyway.
of caution were not unwarranted. There are dangers lurking in the chasm. I'm sure you've all realized that by now. Given that we're all caught in this mess, let's try to find a way out together.
Or we could go
Whatever you say,
follow
my
Yelan.
savior. I'll do whatever you ask.
Or, you know,
Go
never
on,
mind. I thought
or
the simp was gonna
all
agree
of
with me,
us.
but,
And as for that big
never
jerk,
mind.
well, I guess that includes her too.
He's good-natured. He's just
Yelan works for
hot-headed
the
and
Ministry
simple.
of Civil Affairs, huh? Paimon can tell she's tougher than most, but wow, her job sounds demanding.
Paimon, I really don't think she's
Well,
normal
that's what
Ministry of
she
Civil
tells
Affairs things.
outsiders. I can't disclose too much about her identity, but I'd say she's the only person who can handle this type of work.
What kind of lame job would have someone go out to the middle of nowhere?
You literally don't have a job, Ito. Neither do I right now. Just not look.
Oh, did Paimon say something wrong? That's literally what
Oh,
the
that's
tail
also
is
kind of
doing,
mean.
isn't it?
She comes along. She's more like my ward. She's my companion, but she's pretty much like a ward.
You're so stingy these days. Oh, just let Paimon be an adventurer by association, okay?
I would say okay, but I don't know if
She's
Lumine
got
would.
a point, Traveler. You're Paimon's boss. Take it from me. As a great leader, you should learn to be a little more generous.
Paimon takes the
Let
glory
your
whether I give it to her or not.
sidekick share some of the glory.
Ugh, you really don't understand anything about us.
Paimon, don't take him too seriously. He's just joking.
For the sake of Shinobu, fine.
I'm the boss, so I'll let it slide.
Gosh. Everyone's just escalating the situation on purpose. Oh, she was standing right there.
Perhaps this was another sealed location, but an undocumented one. What could be in here?
I like her eyes.
Got some food and water.
I think my favorite eyes of any character in Genshin though has to be Shenhe. The rainbow eyes, they're so pretty.
Great! You know, Bullchucker, you may not be the sharpest.
Paimon, stop saying things like
but
that
your
out
voice
loud.
sure seems to
Everyone's
be
escalating the
alive.
tension for no reason.
I know.
I
Isn't
didn't
she
take
the
it personally,
best?
apparently.
Hey,
Oh.
I am too a sharp tool.
There seems to be an entrance up ahead with a path inside.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonder where it leads to. Well, let's go take a look.
Okay. Fair enough. Go to where Yelan. She was standing right there. And she's also standing right here. I mean, I'm trying to look respectfully, but the mole right there reminds me of Prince Eugen from Azure Lane. Hey, look, it's my twin. Let's be summer outfit. Let's be a knight. I feel like a knight could be coming to help with this, eh? It is not, you know, place where the Knights of Favonius act, but Eula isn't out. She's a scout? No, she's the... Why can't I remember? Reconnaissance captain, I think, right?
If there's a way in, then there's a way out. Let's go and take a look.
The rocks here seem to be old Liyue mountain rocks. They're similar to what I've seen in books. This domain must have existed for
I feel
quite
like
some
you've probably
time now.
seen just about everything in the UN books in Fairy on Fae. Not that that's a bad thing, I enjoy reading too, but
That sound.
she has better hearing than the rest of us. Oh, it's someone. Is it Zhao? Oh, I was right! That's crazy. That was my first thought was, oh, it's gotta be Zhao. I think Yelan actually has a voice line about,
Conqueror of
like,
demons. What are you doing here?
how, about Zhao, the Conqueror of Demons, how, like, if I ever have to meet him, I'm just gonna treat it as a regular job.
I came down from above. I heard a noise.
I thought
so
you usually were out by
followed
Wang Shuin. That's quite a ways away, Zhao.
Here by accident. Wanna team up?
you. No, I have something else to do.
Okay, Mr. Edgy Boy. Why don't you go listen to My Chemical Romance?
I'm looking for someone.
Uh,
You shouldn't be here. I would urge you to go back.
oh,
as soon
believe
as
me, we've
possible.
heard that quite a few times. You can jump pretty high. Why don't you just jump us out of that hole?
That's Shao for ya. Shows up without a warning and disappears without a trace.
Zhao's story is really, really sad, though.
That guy looked pretty tough.
I felt really, really bad for
As
him.
tough as me. Seems like a solid dude.
He is quite literally...
Where do you
Oh my
get your
gosh.
confidence?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Zhao could
Should
probably...
we really be letting him go off on his own?
He's the conqueror of demons, you know. He'll be
He
fine.
wouldn't listen no matter how much you tried to talk him out of it. He is super tough though, so don't worry about him.
An Adeptus.
Everyone, keep your eyes and ears peeled from here on out. We don't know what lies ahead, so we have to be ready for anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, look, I'm happy to say we're all on the same team and everything, but could you cut the little speeches and the whole follow the
No,
leader act?
you
I, for one,
can't.
think I should be able to look after myself.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Besides, Yelan is just looking out for everyone. You know, Bullchucker, you're a
Stop
guest
calling him
here, so
Bullchucker,
maybe
Paimon.
try to get along with
You're
everyone.
making things worse.
Ha! Please, you're not a local either, flying lab.
I still don't know. Is
repellent.
Paimon from
So stop
Celestia?
trying to
The
sound
whole
like
cape
one.
thing is, I know, what spawned a lot of those theories. And the, you know, floating halo. Alright. Cosmic Maze. The menu discovered for the first time while trapped within the chasm. It seems to be sealed for a long time. Interesting. Well then, let's hop into this. Ascertain if the domain links outside. It might. Actually, I was gonna check real quick. Yeah, now we see. That's what happened though. Was we checked our HP initially when we didn't have 4 different elemental types. With 4 different elemental types, she went for like that was a massive spike. Jeez, that's good to know though. It just makes it difficult because again, if I want to run my main healer, it's not gonna pair well with Yelan. We're gonna lose a huge chunk of HP. If I want to run the healer I use for my second team for the Hu Tao team in Spiral Abyss, I can't run my main DPS. Same thing with Barbara, so it really does come down to Jean, but Jean's not the most efficient healer, but she'll probably do the trick for most cases. What is this?
Labyrinths like this are unique to Liyue.
Oh, we've done a whole lot of them.
This place is actually pretty cool. If we weren't in such a hurry to get out, we could kick back and
Is
enjoy
this
the scenery a little.
Oh, yeah. Alright, what have we got? Another door for us right where? Oh. Wow, that is a really fast initial charging arrow. I think maybe I should be holding E, because I thought that was supposed to be a dash that lasted a bit longer. Do we hit this again? I'm confused. Is it only one direction that allows us to move down?
Take it easy.
Okay. Hit the switch.
All these twists and turns.
Oh my gosh.
I'm out of the Adepti domains we've been to before. Could
It
there
does.
be Adeptus
It does actually find one. Maybe, maybe. Oh. Well, after playing like my main archer being... Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. I do need to hold it. How long does this last? Oh, that's really cool actually. Okay, so I was using her ability wrong. Maybe we should just be using Yelan, actually. I kind of want to see what her full potential is. Alright, where are we going? Somehow I feel like that wasn't what I was supposed to do. I don't really... My problem with puzzles like this is I don't really see what it is I'm looking for. This appears to be the only switch we can really mess around with, so... There's a switch on the bottom of this one, interesting. Maybe I should go back to the previous platform, flip it upside down then. Yeah, that might have been it. Unless we can't... Oh. So, I don't know if we can be hit while we're in this state. That doesn't do a whole lot of damage. How long does it... Oh, that's not actually that long.
Gotcha.
Not a whole lot of damage, but to be fair, I don't think I have the most efficient build by any means. Oh. I thought I had E when I did that. Okay. Perfect. Oh. Okay, well. Oh, hang on, I didn't bring a shielder. That's gonna hurt. Ow.
I swear by my sword. Busted.
Oh, that was the entire domain? Oh.
Looks like an exit.
Hey, free fancy precious chest. Not often that you see those nowadays. At least where I'm at in the game.
Huh? Wait, this ain't right.
Is it?
How did we end up back here?
Oh, great.
So we've been here already?
Yes, this is exactly where we started.
But we couldn't have taken a wrong turn. We were headed in the same direction the entire time. We never turned around.
It wasn't a depth day
Yes,
domain, so.
that's what I thought too.
Traveler, we were going the right way, weren't we?
Yeah, I thought we were.
Strange.
There's a legend in Inazuma about a merchant who was tricked by a Bake Danuki one evening and kept circling around the same place the whole
Baka.
night. Even by dawn, they still hadn't found a way out.
Yeah. Paimon's heard that one before too.
Have we?
So we're all familiar with the story then? Good, because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening to us right now. But fear
But there
not,
aren't-
I happen to have a certain
aren't those
sidekick who can
from,
exercise yokai and spirits.
aren't those from
and
Inazuma, though?
whatnot. Let me summon him real quick.
Is it the cow? If it's the
Unbelievable.
cow, I'm gonna cry.
Oni who's friends with an exorcist? Huh. What an open-minded guy.
I think he's just.
Boss, ignorance is a
Yeah,
virtue.
yeah.
You're up, Ushi.
Oh my gosh, it's the cow.
This is Ushi.
Oh my
an
gosh, no
auxiliary
way.
Member of the Arataki gang.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it was actually the cow.
Oh, Ushi says hello, everyone. You can just call him Ushi. or
Beefcake.
Yeah, he's got a keen sense of direction, so I'll let him lead.
I didn't know gangs could have auxiliary
Just-
members.
Lumine's
This
face
does
especially.
Not have the trappings of something that's gonna work.
You're telling me.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
go, Ushi. Go
Just the
find us
sheer
a
amount
way
of
out
like,
here.
I have a friend who can exorcise demons. The looks of the other four, just the instant, just like, this is what we're doing now.
Huh? What's that? Oh, really? Oh, no way.
What's wrong?
It's a
Ushi says
cow.
he searched everywhere, but there's
It's
no
a
exit.
cow.
That doesn't
Ito.
matter. If we were able to come in, then there must be a way to get out.
Yeah,
Let
up
me
through
take
the hole
another
we got out. I know we said we don't climb, but like,
Has anyone else noticed this? We initially thought we fell here from above.
oh.
At that time, there was a way
How did
out
Zhao
right
get
up
out?
ahead. But now, it seems even that exit has disappeared. Inexplicable, if you ask me.
It seems there's more than meets the eye with these underground structures.
Mm-hmm. The world of fat is
I'm gonna
crazy.
take another look around.
I am really looking forward to
Look, there are just more and more.
the next arc in the Dendro domain.
Maybe we've just misremembered.
What's it called, Sumeru?
Maybe this isn't the place we started from.
What? You scared now?
Oh my gosh, Ito, stop arguing with Paimon.
Paimon's super brave.
Oh, yeah? Well, Ushi also thinks you're scared. It's okay. Don't be scared to
Oh my
admit
God.
you're, scared. You've got us here to protect you.
I'm here for you,
We
Paimon.
can't just sit here twiddling our thumbs. Let's keep looking for a way out. Shinobu, you stay here with my precious savior. I'll take the traveler.
I would much
and
rather stay here with
Paimon.
Yelan and Yanfei, Ito.
Got it. Be
No
careful,
offense, but
everyone.
okay.
Please, there's no need to keep calling me savior. Just Yanfei is fine. Mr. Arataki, it seems that
He's
as
just
the
a
head
simp.
of the Arataki gang, you
Yes, the simp
possess a
Yanfei.
strong sense of leadership.
Ah, too kind, too kind. And just call me Ito. Since we're a team now, we should have each other's backs. Paimon, if you feel scared again, I can cover your eyes for you.
Well, he's a little confused, but he's got the spirit.
Seems there's really no way out.
Mm.
I can't shake the feeling that there's something off about this place.
No.
Boss, did you guys
Shit.
find anything over there?
I shouldn't. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to curse less. Sorry.
Not only that, I could have sworn I saw some shadows moving a second ago. This place better not be haunted.
You literally have
Kinda
Oni
ass,
horns.
but Paimon
You'll be
just can't help
fine.
it. Ito, you're an Oni.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't mean everywhere
Why do you keep provoking
No,
each other?
Ignore the red horns, okay? I'm talking about spooky, floaty ghosts now you see in
Oh, he's about to call Paimon a ghost.
Ito, are you afraid of ghosts?
Spooky, tiny, floaty.
Oh no, boss. You've been found out.
What? Me? No way! What? Are you kidding? Stop joking around.
You're so convincing, Ito, man.
Seriously though.
Oh, Paimon.
Paimon suddenly doesn't feel scared anymore. Hey, Bullchucker, if you're scared, Paimon can cover your eyes for you.
Oh my gosh. This is so
Maybe I
bad for
should make
Shinobu.
better use of my time.
Stones. Oh, is she making food?
Salt and some pepper.
She's making food. Are you roasting lavender melons?
Yeah.
People like roasted
lavender
watermelon.
melon is delicious. You can try some when it's done. Oh right, there are two types, sweet and savory. Which would you prefer?
I would like sweet personally, but
Alright, you can try them both then. It's important that we remain calm, especially when we're in the throes of a tough situation like
I actually
this.
really like the design of her
If I'm
mask.
reading the
I don't know
situation
why, I just
correctly,
like the
There
design.
seems to be some secret here that the boss and I are not supposed to know about. But don't worry, I'll distract the boss while you discuss things with the others.
Oh, I thought I smelled something cooking.
Would you like some Yenfei?
Thank you, but I'm not hungry. You guys go ahead. Oh, and by the way, I haven't seen you in a while, Shinobu.
Been together
Yeah,
for
it
quite
has
some
been a
time for you to
while,
just
hasn't
suddenly say that.
The last time I saw you was when you taught one of my classes as a substitute while I was studying in Liyue.
Interesting.
Substitute teacher? Ah, yes, now I remember. It was during winter, wasn't it?
Yonfei is very knowledgeable though.
I remember everyone said your lecture was very interesting. Now that I
My
think
friend doesn't
about
play
it,
the game anymore, but I
should call
know
you
his
Sensei.
main DPS was Eula, but he
Ooh, I
played a
like
lot of
the sound
Yonfei.
that.
Can't remember who else he played. I just know those two
Who'd have
especially.
ever guessed that we'd get caught up in such a
He quit
dilemma
because he
together?
wanted the Shogun, he wanted
It must be
Kokomi,
fate.
and he didn't want to spend money on the game, which is understandable, and it just... yeah.
Not only that, she's funny and engaging while she speaks. Needless to say, she's very popular among the students.
Don't start simping for someone
Aw,
now,
I'm
too.
flattered.
I've done it. Ito's done it.
I see everyone is
It's not...
still
Oh, hi,
here.
Yelan. Speaking of which...
Yelan, we split into groups and searched the area, but there are no signs of any way out. How about you? Did you manage to find anything?
No.
Oh.
And though I'd prefer not to say
I really
it,
want to see Yelan's
better not
interaction
to
with
prepare ourselves.
Shenhe.
If we can't
I
find
believe
a
like
way
that's
out,
been like a huge
we
thing in
may
the
be
community.
stuck underground for some time.
I wonder if they'd be friends, because she's
You might
arguing with
be right.
Ito, and I wouldn't say that Shenhe is like
Understand.
simple so much as she's
An
just
underground space with
awkward.
an entrance, but
I
no
find her
exit.
character really endearing though.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Very, very
I'll
straightforward,
figure
but
something out. Just give me some
very
time.
clearly hasn't lived around
If
humans
anyone
very much.
happens to find a potential exit,
I find a lot of
please be
characters
sure
pretty
to
endearing in
take
this game.
every
Ganyu,
precaution before
Ganyu's a big one
exploring
too.
further.
Jean as well. Well, we're about to call for Zhao again.
Hey, Traveler, what's with the serious face? Do you have a plan?
This is why I think Lumine just works better than Aether in some situations. By all means, you know, do whatever or like whoever makes you happy, but just like the idea of Lumine calling out for Zhao and Zhao showing up. To me, well, to be fair, I think it'd be more like a... With Aether, it's more like a, hey, like, hey bro, I've saved your butt multiple times. You want to come help me out?
Let's give it a shot.
Last time Paimon got for Zhao, he didn't show up. I had to do it. Uh-oh.
Huh. No response. Paimon thought Xiao would come
Oh
in the-
no.
Oh no, does that mean even Xiao can't sense our presence here?
That is concerning. Because it's Zhao. Let's deal with this place. Well, if the entrance disappeared, maybe we are in a slightly different place. That could be the case. Oh, sorry.
That's it. I want to take another look. And this time, I, Arataki, the one and only...
That sounds like a bad idea.
Boss,
Whoa, what's up, Sourpuss?
time for some roasted lavender melon.
Huh? We're trapped in a life and death situation underground, and You're telling me it's time for roasted lavender melon?
She's practically your mother, Ito. Listen to her.
Interesting. You hear that? Ushi says you're completely right. Wait, hold on. Whose side are you on, Beefcake?
It's important to stay replenished. We must keep our
It is.
energy and morale up in preparation.
Sometimes I won't
for
eat
facing
enough
the
and I just
unknown.
won't think about it, then I'll get really lightheaded and I'm like, huh, this is not
Fine,
good.
You two, hey, are you already eating? Well, hold on.
With the mask
Is it
on?
still warm? Oh, that does smell good.
I'm sure Paimon would like some.
Yeah. We'll have a quick snack and then we'll keep looking for a way out. Hey, don't eat them all. Leave a couple for me.
She cooks them, Ito. Where was she holding all of those? She's not like a big person. And that's like a full 6 melons. So to be fair, we apparently have a bag with with 594, so you know, take that as you will. Hi, Yanfei.
Who could have ever guessed we'd get trapped in a place like this? It's quite the predicament.
I wouldn't mind being stuck here
For
with
all
you
the
and Yelan.
studying I've done in my life, all I know is how to land people in prison.
Never mind, I take it back. Don't send me to prison. I'm sorry.
I've even made a contract with my father to live a happy life. I can't give up hope now.
We're not gonna be here until we
Try and
die.
stay positive. At least I've explored a new place and seen more of the world while reuniting with some old friends. Yeah, there's still a silver lining.
I'm sorry,
I
Yanfei.
guess.
We'll figure something out. Okay, hi Yelan.
Our situation is grim. There doesn't appear to be a way out for now. We should be prepared to stay for a while. Fortunately, we don't seem to lack supplies, and even our
You wanna
motley crew
hold
has
hands or
people who can keep
something?
cool when the stakes are high.
I'd be down to do
Just
that.
focus on taking care of yourselves. I'll figure out the rest.
Okay. Oh. Interact with a mysterious wooden board in a specific place to visit the realms of Guile and War and take place in the combat challenge. The what now? Was that the... Apparently that was it. Interesting. What mysterious wooden board? Are these not the struggle? Oh. Well, you guys can stay here. I'm just gonna teleport out. So, oh, actually, here's the board. I didn't see this before. Okay, so this is apparently the event. Default animosity, sure. 3 odds in double each time one combat artist must choose one character to continue combat while the other party members will be unable to do so. Interesting. Bunch of hilly churros, some slimes, party setup. Stratagems, that's new. After any combat, non-part active would generate 3 elemental energy. Okay, that's not bad. I don't think I need... I mean, I'm running a high energy recharge Yelan and a Raiden Shogun team. Crit rate will be... Ooh, that's interesting. While they have 100% elemental energy. We'll try that. Plunging attack deals damage. No, we don't have shout. When the party member is using 3 or more different types of weapons, we are using a bow, a claymore, a polearm, and a sword. Perfect. After the active character's normal attack hits an opponent. Yeah. Okay. And then we're just going to use the team we are using now. Let's lead with the character that we use E first on. Don't throw this. I don't know if it's weird for me. So the setup, well, it just depends. So like in Spiral Abyss on my Hu Tao team, I actually lead with Zhongli because I'm always going to lead with his E. And then I always lead with Raiden on my Raiden Eula team because I'm always going to lead with E. I don't know if that's weird because I know a lot of people say that they put their main DPS on 1, but I usually have them on 2, actually. If you looked at my team setup, it's usually 2 or 3. But I don't even think that's the case now. I think right now I have, what, Yelan on 1. Is it Raiden Shogun, Eula? So, I guess... Well, for a long time, the party setup I had was Raiden Shogun on 1, Eula on 2, sub DPS on 3, healer on 4. That's not what I've been running recently, but I did only change it like a week or 2 ago. And it was mostly just impulsively. I don't really care which slash one's on, but... Well, each combat round ends and 3 challenges are completed. The current party setup must be adjusted. Only one member... Oh, okay. I get it now. I thought it was like we had to fight each round with one character. It would appear that we're just going to have to do different things. I'm just going to do normal for now.
Shine down. Shut up.
Quietly now. Game's up.
look at that energy recharge. That's crazy. She already has ult again. That's the same thing with my Raiden Shogun. Oh, useless left too. Usually, if I'm attacking the entire time Raiden Shogun's ult is active, I have ult by the time it's over. I just realized there's only 3 enemies left. Oh, and I did that straight into the shield. Well, we still had ult anyways. That's, yeah. To be fair, I don't remember if any of our, the perks we took with our powers or whatnot actually affected energy recharge. Oh well. This ability looks so sick, though. It's so cool. Oops. I thought I was out of that circle. Wow, I did not need ult for this. Okay, then. So ordinarily, I would choose Raiden Shogun, but it's our new character. It's our new character. Ideally, again, we'd use different elements. So let's do this. We clearly didn't need a healer, so let's do this. Are they different stratagems? Oh. Okay. Characters have attack speed will increase by 30 when hitting their restore. I don't know if that's good for you, Tao, but we'll just try that. Under character, all end will burst damage. This comp, I mean, we'll be using... We will probably use Yelan and Rosaria's ult immediately. Take Electro Charge. We don't have an Electro character in this team. And the plunging attack deals damage to opponents, elemental energy, and 3% of... Well, we're not going to be plunging attacks. Electro and Hydro damage. That's only going to be smart. Yeah, that's... I'm not really paying this too much mind, but I think that could be good. Click on a opponent character and use stratagem shards to redeploy them. This is not the... Is it? Oh, it's this way. Alright. Seems a bit overkill to use everyone's burst, but... Yeah, that's Hu-Tao for you. What are my current Hu-Tao's current stats? That's not accurate. I think she normally has just under 2k. 60% pretty much crit, 59, 177 crit damage. It's Alpha Homo. Yeah, my Hu-Tao's okay. Far from the best Hu-Tao build, but she's very, very serviceable. For a long time, I was running her on a little bit more crit damage, a little bit more attack, but like 30% crit rate wasn't nearly as reliable. We could definitely be doing harder opponents, but for now, I'm just kind of... Oh no, not the Abyss. You have a Meteor. This is for you. You heard him. He's gonna have order. Do your stupid thing where you, There you go.
Busted.
These stratagem shards are for. I wasn't really paying attention when they mentioned them. Was those the ones that revive characters?
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Shiver.
Here comes the catch. My Rosaria is using the catch. I used it on the Raiden Shogun because I didn't get Engulfing Lightning until her second banner. Let me tell you something. This weapon right here, very painful. Lots of fishing. You could jump on... Still gonna go with the new character. You could jump from, you know, world to world, but I did it all in my world, and it took a couple weeks, if not a little longer. But I know people definitely love to, like, go from world to world and be like, hey, give me stuff. Which, fair enough. Let's do an Electro character. Cryo character. Like I said, I hate to do another... Why does she show up as no element? I have, I don't know if the dry one's gonna be built. I mean, it's gonna be way more built than mine. Where she's level 30, so you know. All right, charge attack no longer consumes stamina. That would have been really good for a Hu Tao team. Acting non-active. Okay, that's. We no longer have Raiden Shogun, so sure, maybe. Ooh. 50% elemental damage bonus. They will make a shockwave. Normal and charge attack elemental damage bonus would be good for her. Don't think it's really so. I guess it could be good for Yelan's charge attacks, but I don't think I'm going to be doing consecutive. No. I don't know. I honestly don't pay too much heed. I just try to find ones that I'm like, hey, that sounds good after like 2 seconds of thought.
Another job.
Quietly now.
Your grand finale. Flex up.
I have no idea how to use her.
Right now. Emerge.
Naimiko's such a pretty character, though.
Take flight.
I'm a sucker for box girls. Yeah, even with this very, very rough put-together build, that's far from optimal. My Yelan doesn't seem to be terrible. I'm sure she's absolutely nowhere near the best she could be, but... Can't say the build feels terrible so far.
Right here. And step. Break a leg.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I have no idea what Yunyun's ult does. Like, actually no idea. So, maybe I should read that real quick. So what does it? Maybe acting out the fights on stage, but she's not a fighter, so dealing geo damage, flourishes or hold on. If you hold, it charges a shield based on... Okay, she scales up max HP, that's interesting. I don't know why I'd use her as shield around Zhongli, but... Deals AoE damage, grants flying cloud. Oh, she's not an HP scaling. Her shield's HP, her... She's a defense character. Interesting. What set did they give her? Husk of Opulent Dreams. Interesting. Huh. What weapon too? Interesting. Just in case I ever build her. I am a little bit guilty of being like, I'm going to use 5-star characters, but I know there's... I mean, Raiden National literally uses one 5-star character, and it uses the most powerful 4 stars. You know?
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
There's other 4 stars I'd like to build. I'd like to build Sarah. I use Raiden Shogun enough that I think that could be good.
Observe. Your grand finale.
Her energy recharge doesn't seem to be bad at all. Normally the, like, you know, trial characters you get for these runs aren't very good, but... Oh. Was that the event? Lurking Peril. Oh, okay. So 2 were available challenger rewards. City of Hidden Sun. So this event looks like it'll be going on for a while. Realms of God were unlocked. Interesting. Complete Direcliff Court on Stern Antagonism. Okay, so I usually just don't even bother with the highest difficulty because usually no primos. We do eventually need to go back and do this on Stern difficulty though. Looks like you get 120 for doing each one on Basic and then another 60 for doing it on Stern. Interesting. What are these? Oh, they're probably for... Yeah, event shop. They're, yep, I figured there'd be a crown. What's this? A refinement material for Fading Twilight. What is Fading Twilight? I didn't know we were getting, I didn't know we were getting a new weapon. Wonder if it's like a F2P weapon for either Shinobu or Yelan. I'd love to get a Yelan's weapon. It's just, like I said, there's 2 characters I think in 2.8 that I'd like to get. And... if I had a job, still, I've been unemployed for like a month, and I'm good to cover my bills for quite some time, But that doesn't mean, you know, I am a college student living at home, so it's not like they're too high, but that doesn't mean I should be spending money on this game. Do I do one... You have no idea how much I want to impulse do, like, one pity roll. But again, I need wishes for Shinobu, and then whatever. Hopefully, again, I maybe raise, like, 40, 50 max pity roll on a 2.8 banner. I think of, like, the 4 weapon banners that I've rolled on, I've gotten 1 on my first, like, path. HP is increased by 16%. It's crit damage. Increases when there are opponents nearby. Interesting. That is interesting. Doesn't have like a super long description like so many weapons have recently, but basically crit damage substat, flat 16% HP increase. I'm sure that goes up with refinement, but I wouldn't go past R1. And then basically just when you're fighting, 20% damage increase plus the damage increase from HP. That's not bad at all. Plus crit damage. Not bad at all. Definitely would be more effective than my elegy for the end, but again, my other thought too is like, not only does this weapon look okay with her, if I didn't use elegy for the end on Yelan, who am I going to use it on, you know? I don't have Venti. I don't plan on ever getting Venti, because I'd like to get Kazuha. I don't know if I'll get Kazuha. I usually pull for, you know, waifus, I'll be honest. So, if I'm going to get Yoimiya or Kazuha, I will wait on Kazuha Rerun. I know Kazuha is like the most meta character ever, but again, outside of Spiral Blitz, I don't think it's that important. But like bow characters that I have, it's not what I meant to. Yelan, you know, Ganyu is going to use Amos bow. I don't use Tartaglia, but I really doubt I'd use it on him. I don't think it'd be good for him. Why was I using the Pavonius bow? I think my Tartaglia is like, he has 15% crit rate. To be fair, he's not built, but he just has like random artifacts thrown on him. But, of these lower level characters I like to build, I've always wanted to try Raid National. I might do Raid National with Yelan instead of Xingqiu. But, because my Xingqiu's only level 40, and the other members are at least 70 and 70. I've messed around with Bennett a bit. He's definitely a very, very strong character.
Where'd that come from?
But he just kind of like, I don't know. But of the characters that I haven't built that I'd like to build, I use Sayu to farm Crystal Flies because it doesn't help a lot, but it makes things less painful. If I were to ever do a Geo team, like if I were to accidentally get Ito, I would raise Yunjin, I think. But until then, probably not. Sucrose I know can be a budget Kazuha or Venti, but I'm not a big fan of that. The only Animo character I use a whole lot is Jean. Toma, I don't know if I'd raise Toma. I think I have C6 Toma. Yeah, because he's been in so many banners recently. I think of these lower level characters, the one I'd like to build the most would be Fujosara. Just because I play so much Electro between Yae Miko and Raiden Shogun. I know she's meant to be like an Electro support. But, yeah, interesting. Okay, what did this do? Oh, it's in that one. I haven't gotten the patch yet. So the problem I've been running into is my phone's starting to run out of space, and I have like 128 gigs of space on my phone. But this game is massive, and you know my account was registered for first purchasing on mobile, so you can use the top-up website for like your pass and gems, but they haven't added the pass to it. So until I clear out some space on my phone, I don't think I can get my pass. But that's fine. It's not like it affects the rate at which you can get things done. I should get some forging go, cook 20 dishes, do furnishings. Let's go do some little house cleaning real quick, I think. And then maybe we'll do... I'm trying to decide. The daily reset here is in less than an hour. But how long have we been streaming for? A little under 2 hours? We've already done our wishes, though. We've already done the Archon quest, so we've had a pretty good time.
This realm is...
Great furnishing. I usually gather at least, because the thing is, you usually spend at least a couple weeks. If you play every day, you can get the pass done with more than enough time to spare. So I usually just buy these on the weeks that I don't have it, but you, like, I don't even really need those. Anyway, I try to do ones that I don't have. I'm really not good at... I know you can get free Prima Gems from getting characters with that stuff they like. I'm not very good about that, though. Because I know you have to, a lot of those sets just require you to make duplicates of certain items, and I'm terrible about that. Had I already made that? Why does it say new if it doesn't have the... Oh, they took away the symbol, I guess, because I'm at max realm currency. That's awkward. Because that makes it harder for me to know if I've made one. Okay, what was this one? And I believe the second statue. Yeah, I always relied on the little symbol on the top, saying that you were gonna get, like, realm, whatever the, level up material was. But because I'm at max, they must have changed that. Okay. But yeah, like, I know there's a fair amount of primos. Wait, why does that one have it? Wait, is there? What? I'm confused. I didn't mean to do that. Create furnishings. I'm just gonna complete them now. I could wait. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I usually just do it. If you have them, why not use them, you know? Once I got caught up on furnitures, as well as getting, like, what is it? Realm layout rank to max, things became, like, you catch up so much. Until then, that's why I think it's really nice for the players who didn't have everything up until this point. Like, for me, I was able to get, you know, a ton of extra mora, a ton of extra crystals, XP books and stuff because of the extra 5k every week. But the people that didn't have every, like, furnishing realm layout, I have to imagine that was so nice to get caught up on everything, you know? But we need to cook 20 items, forge 20 items. Trying to think what else. I usually just do everything in Mondstadt. I have my daily set to only go in Mondstadt too, just because it's so much simpler. Some of the ones in other areas. So I initially did it way back when, because when I first started playing, you know, I had, like, Dragonspine unlocked, I remember, and Leo was a thing, but it gave me dailies over there, and I was like, I literally can't go over there, or I didn't have the mapping because I didn't know how to unlock the Statue of the Seven for a fair bit in Dragonspine, so I should probably change that, though, because I know there's a few achievements for doing certain dailies in other worlds. It's just so much faster to have everything be in, Mondstadt when I know how to do every single daily in Mondstadt by heart, you know? Which recipes don't I have maxed out? Bountiful year, sure. We'll cook a few of these. I'm really excited. The one game that I will definitely be buying, I think Xenoblade 3 is supposed to come out here in a month. I haven't had a chance to finish Xenoblade 1, but I really love Xenoblade 2. I will be completely honest, I bought it just because I was like, I saw Mithra and I was like, we're playing this game, but I really enjoyed it. It was like, it had gacha mechanics, but you didn't have to spend money besides the game on it. And I know for some people that takes out the thrill, but it did not for me. Farming for Cosmos was, like, it was a fun grind. It was a brutal grind because I just didn't have good RNG, but I have good memories. Farming for Cosmos, all that stuff. I do remember, oh, so funny. I relied so heavily. I just played Rex almost that entire playthrough and played Pyre and Mithra. Mostly Mithra once I got her. And then there's the one chapter where you don't have them for the entire chapter, and I had no one else leveled up on Rex, and I was like, that is not good. I also really liked Morag, but I did not like playing most of the blades I had on her, or her style. Poppy was also, like, dude, the final form of Poppy, I think it was, like, Poppy Cutie Pie, so busted. Such a strong character. But Xenoblade 3, I don't know. So, I was told Xenoblade 3 is supposed to have the characters that will still be alive, you know, sometime in the future. So, obviously, Rex will be gone. Much as I'm sad, you know, Morag will be gone. The memester, Zeke will be gone. But surely, you know, the Aegis will still be there. Like, any blade from Xenoblade 2, like, Nia, I know for certain is shown up. That's the only character I know from Xenoblade 2, 100% is in there. Which makes sense, you know. Because Nia and, I can't remember, but the tiger's name, you know, they're a little bit of a special case. The difficult thing is, like, all the other blades, including potentially the Aegis, if they're, you know, their drivers are dead, how, you know, they might not be active. I think in theory they shouldn't be destroyed. You know, the only blades we really saw destroyed was, like, the ones, some of the, like, Malos originally had, because Mithra just completely destroyed them. Like the New Game Plus blades from, the bad side. Trying to remember the other names. I know I farmed them. And I can picture them in my head. I just can't remember their names because it has been a while. It's been like a year since I played Xenoblade 2. But, like, Bridget, for example. I don't know if the Empire will still be existing that far in the future, but she's been passed down. But she only retains some of her memories because of her diary that's kept, you know, sacred for her within the Empire. She's not going to remember Morak, you know? She's not going to have those memories outside of that diary. Same thing with a lot of other blades, you know? Pyro and Mithril will be an exception, but there's no guarantee that there will be a driver for the Aegis. You know, stuff like that. All those blades I've wondered. I wondered also, you know, obviously Poppy is not reliant on Tora. But assuming she doesn't break down and or has the ability to repair herself. Because I'm sure, you know, once Tora's gone, and I don't know how long Tora's race is supposed to live. In theory, I would have to assume that Poppy needs to know how to do her own maintenance. But if she's broken down at some place, she's not going to be in a position to do that for herself. So I've wondered if she's going to be alive some long time in the future. I hope so, though. I really did fall in love with a lot of the characters in Xenoblade. I hate farming these. I don't know how many I've cooked, though. Also, I don't use like half of these dishes. Oops. But I've been super hyped about Xenoblade 3 to come out for some time. I still, like I said, I need to play Xenoblade 1. I know everyone always loves the original more than the sequel. I definitely thought that there were parts of Xenoblade 2 that were kind of cringy, but I think that's just the way it goes with a lot of games of that nature. Like, same thing like I was saying when I read the World of Otome games is rough for mobs. Like, it's the same thing as like, oh, I don't know, like, I'm not nearly caught up on the series, but like, My Life Reincarnated as a Slime with Rimuru or whatever that series called. There's a lot of cringy moments, but like, again, I feel like that's kind of the point. Not only is it like, you know, anime and manga in general, but like, a lot of these characters that are isekai'd into another world, isekai'd, sorry, not sekai'd, isekai'd into another world, it was because they weren't satisfied with their life, you know? That was like a pretty running theme most of the time. Anyway, some of the recipes I use a lot of are like, I have 114 of these. What are the other ones I use? Let's see, let's see if we can't get sucrose to make a few of these. Make like, I don't know, 6 of these. Making signature dishes sometimes just never happens, but that looks really strange. Why did she make it sucrose? Why is that green? I keep forgetting I can't hit sprint while I'm doing that. Hi, Wagner. I know, not wrong. No second-rate items, only green weapons. Fair enough, dude. To be fair, you probably can't match mythical, gosh, dang it. I'm gonna have to wait on that one to finish before I can do all 20 now. Because I'm dumb. That's fine. I'll surely make more throughout the week. Level 4 BP already? Usually you get, so that's what, a total of, including this week, 6 weeks? 7 times? Yeah, I'm not an idiot, 6 weeks. And this banner should be going for another, well, okay, that's what I wondered, because usually these patches always go live on a Tuesday night for me. So when it came out Monday night, I was like, wait a second, I was a little bit confused. But, yeah, it looks like they just extended the banner for 3 weeks from tomorrow. Or today, I guess, technically now. It's early in the morning. But I did take a long nap. I streamed Slay the Spire, like, way earlier today. Was pretty rough. So it turns out I win, like, 1 out of every 20 runs. But to be fair, looking at my stats... Ooh. So she has the same effect as Shen-He. Which, to be fair, I usually don't collect these more than once a day. So that's actually quite helpful. I like that effect more than just making it a little bit shorter. I actually should have left one of the mining ones up. Because that's what I use for the daily for mining, but it's fine. Usually I just leave at least one up if I don't think I'm going to be up again. These two aren't getting done today. Bosses, resin. Resin probably won't be done this week unless I spend a bunch of my fragile resin. Boss opponents. Might grind that out. Domain challenges I usually do. I'm 1 dish short on that. Requests and bounties. I haven't been doing those because I'm max reputation in every land. So super excited to do that in Sumeru. I usually do the requests in Mondstadt because I have the most materials for Mondstadt. I just do one, sure. Why did I have... Oh, she's making... I usually do the requests in Mondstadt, but I do the bounties in Inazuma because I really don't enjoy doing that stupid, elemental site tracking that you have to do in Leo and Mondstadt. So why not? Let's just do some housekeeping while we're waiting out for the because I'll probably be on at least long enough to do the daily reset. We'll at least do like our commissions and then maybe help off after that. But I really enjoy this game, but it is definitely hard when there's not a new event, new argon quest or stuff like that to do to find enough content. I feel you want dandelion seeds, right? Yeah. To do a full, you know. I got those. 2 steaks, sure. It is difficult, I would say, for like once you're getting to the day-to-day, I can only imagine how frustrating it could be. She should just be in town, right? Yeah. Like, I know, I'm trying to think of like super prominent screamers in the scene. I've watched, what's his name? I don't know if he plays the game very much anymore, but... what is his name? I'm so annoyed. He does videos on YouTube, like really long videos, usually about like the character quests, argon quests. Why can't I remember his name? It's really bothering me now. I just remember he has a really unique laugh that's really funny. But he has really good good content on him. I'll have to try and remember what his name is. Haven't watched one of his videos in a while because I don't think he plays much Genshin. And then there's like, I think his name Tech1, like oh, that's item sports. Let's go clear that up. Tectone? Like, I think his name's Mtashed. I've just seen a lot of, like, I don't really watch a lot of Genshin creators. I just know I've seen, like, the, sorry, drawing a blank. Just, like YouTube thumbnails and stuff because, you know, YouTube notes that I play Genshin, so. Oh, that's not the one we needed. It was this one. Very nice. Just forge 5 more of these. Very good. Get that one going. Let's go do the rest of our requests. Where's Connor? By the Dawn Winery. Okay. Yeah. I usually run the requests and bounties just to get that, you know, the good old pass done. Just pretty, relatively quick things you can do. What I've found is, like, if you're just doing dailies and, like, your past things, like, the dailies are, like, log in, spend your resin, do your dailies, and then mine 10 items, which you can just do with the commissions. Not the commissions, the whatever they're called when you expeditions. So I did not catch it. You run faster? Oh, you definitely run faster doing this. Get these anytime I can. I used to have like 250 and then I got tired of farming them every day. But minimizing farming and stuff and just doing that stuff, I would usually just log on for like 15-20 a day. Again, that'd be longer if I didn't do only like Mondstadt, dailies, stuff like that, but... And you know what? Since they haven't reset yet, let's change that. Once I get back to college, get back to doing stuff, I do have a gap semester like I was saying, because of my program. With the way it works, it's a weird... I still don't understand it myself. But let's do random. These changes will take effect, yeah. Just because I know how to do all the Mondstadt ones practically by heart. And that's the most, you know, the quickest way to do it. But, like I said, there's achievements and stuff. Might as well learn how to do some of the other stuff. Manly Jack, I think is... Yeah, that's what I thought. He was somewhere around here. I feel like he usually asks for, like, chicken mushroom skewers, but I got no problem giving him steaks. Everyone loves a good steak, unless you're a vegetarian, which... Fair enough. I know a lot of people do it for, like, dietary or, like, health concerns. And other people just do it because they're trying to be conscientious of, animals and everything, which I think is really admirable.
Take it easy.
I personally don't think I could ever do that, but when people do stuff like that and make such drastic lifestyle changes just for their own principles, I can really respect that.
This blinding sunlight is...
You need some steaks? Yep. Do I have a delicious... Yeah, you can have the regular ones. I don't even know where I got regular ones from. Make you a manlier man. You know what, man? If you believe it, good for you. I used to be like a... I used to be a varsity track pole vaulter, long jump, triple jumper. And I used to be a state level tennis player, actually. And then I stopped working out, stopped doing bodybuilding. And now I'm really, really out of shape. I am 5'8", Again, I don't want to dox myself. That's the entire point of being a VTuber, but, well, I guess nobody... I'm not a whole lot of people watch it, so I feel comfortable saying it, but, like, I live in, like, Midwestern US. I was adopted. It's why I have 5 siblings. But I was born in Korea. I don't speak Korean, so I'm Korean. But I'm 5'8" and I weigh, like, 100 pounds. So, yeah. Definitely not in shape anymore. I've literally dropped over 40 pounds since I used to do bodybuilding. I'd work out at the gym 4 or 5 times a week, do my sports and stuff, but that stuff's tiring, man. Like, it is tiring. I was about to go here. We go to the Kamisato estate. Took a lot of energy that I just don't have anymore. I feel old. The other day I pulled a muscle literally standing up out of my chair and I almost cried. It was painful. Let me tell you what. I never, like, I'm 23. I turned 24 here in actually less than a week. But I was dying. I was in so much pain. Alright, what we got? Invulnerable to hydro damage, increased damage from bow. Well, doesn't matter. As long as they're not immune to physical damage, because I run Eula, I don't really care. Do these real quick. I can collect some Asara's flowers. I think I'm a few short. She was level, I think, 69, so I need 45 for level 70 and 60 for level... that, and I have no idea how much of these I have, so... Oh, I have enough. I actually have no idea if there's ever any use for those aside from them, but you never know. Like, I got those seashells for Tartaglia, and then just randomly kept picking up, even though I had no idea if they would ever be useful, and then I didn't have to farm any for Yelan. Which was really nice, because I really didn't want to have to farm those. Although my Tartaglia isn't max level, so... you know, that could be helpful. He's invulnerable to hydro damage. Oops. I don't have... oh gosh, ow. Oh my gosh, I'm trolling. Thank you, Gene. I'm not the best at dodging, but I usually don't get hit that much. I just... thinking about other stuff. Plus, I'm stupid. Just immediately almost killed my Eula, though. I'm not getting much energy back from this. Yeah, that'll only give me about half my energy back. Wait, what? Okay, never mind. It gave me my ult back. That was weird. Dude, just like thematically, the look of engulfing lightning is so sick. The catch looks pretty good too, but the catch doesn't match Raiden color scheme wise. That's why I thought Elegy for the end didn't look too bad on Yelan. A little bit brighter blue, but blue is my favorite color. Vulnerability to Pyro, Cryo Res decreased. Not a big deal either way. Eula's not really a big Cryo DPS carry. She does Cryo damage with, like, I think the first hit of her ult and her E, but almost everything about her is physical damage carry. It's why, like, I have C6 Rosaria. It's why I use her oftentimes when I do just mess around in Spiral Abyss. For at least some of the free primos, you know? Is because, she, after some point, I don't know what Constellation is, her ult shreds physical res. I know there's much more efficient characters to do it from, but again, I'm not a meta player, I just kind of play characters that I like, so, you know. I do think it's ironic, though, that, one of the biggest meta characters did end up being Kazuha. He has a huge amount, like in floor 12 clears, I've seen those quick videos on him. He has a huge percentage usage, and yet not that many people have him. Because he's only had one rerun, and people thought he was terrible on release. Oops. I don't know why I didn't ult with Yelan immediately. That quick... I missed. I was gonna say, that quick charge auto attack, that was crazy. Okay, it was the purple one, apparently. I do try to do the highest level usually, just because that is free, a little bit more Mora. And we spent a ton on Yelan. Hey, dude. Alright, one more. One ability to cryo paralysis while I finish on. I really don't like fighting those. I'm just gonna do this one. This will be way faster. A little bit less Mora, but that's honestly what I do because I'm like, it's not really worth the headache. And I really hate fighting those things. All the boxes. Blazing Axe, meet a churl. Is that what they call it if they have like a meet and greet or a get together? Meet a churl? I'm sorry.
Now you shall perish.
Nice. Let's go collect on that. What time is it? 2. Okay. Got like another 30 minutes to mess around. Maybe we'll... Actually, can I... Interlude Act 2 Perilous Draw. Okay, so we can't actually do this immediately because that interlude isn't even unlocked yet. That's fine. I don't know. It bothers me when I don't have max keys. Even though I know, like, I don't think there's a new character coming in 2.8, as far as I know. I don't think Heijou's supposed to come in 2.8, so it's like, I don't need more keys. It's 2 for this story quest, potentially 1 for Kuki Shinobu Hangout event. I really do hope she has one. She seems like she's a little stern, but I don't think I'd mind hanging out with Kuki Shinobu. Rounds domains. I'm gonna do those once the daily reset comes, so that we have the resin for tomorrow's daily. You don't need to do every day. Like, I usually just try to get to at least like 8 out of 10 every week. But the biggest chunk of past experience you get each day is from doing, 150 total resin. So I try to keep it in a habit to make use of that. Why is my desk creaking? That's bothering me. Okay, let's do this though. I don't know if this is a Yelan quest. It just appeared, so. I still really want to see a quest or an event where she meets Shenhe. Feel like that would be really, really funny. You got the ultra serious because she works behind the scenes lady, and you got the ultra serious because she just doesn't understand like a lot of that stuff, Where are we going? Up here? Okay. The one downside I will say to Yelan is, a lot of times I like to have at least 2 characters in my party for the, cryo resonance. Like, cryo resonance for crit rate. I know Hydra's like healing. I believe Electro's like energy regain. Like, but she suffers from a team that has, the same thing. Like, again, if I were to run Kikomi, we'd drop like 4k HP on her. Look, I'm not going to tell any more stories today. Not today. You're literally a storyteller, dude. You don't have any, like... this tiny little stage. It squeaks at the tiny little touch. Needs to be replaced, but he was always brushing me up. That stuff's expensive, dude. With a high shin, it would make that over no screen. That would be annoying, though. I'm sorry, dude. Who should I look for? Kinsei Village, Master Lu. Okay. Kinsei Village does make sense. You're such a genius, dude. As long as you bring, you'll be paid in full. Okay. Let's go to Kinsei Village. Seems like such a commute, though. This is probably closer. I remember coming here every day to farm glazed lilies and like the Jueyun chilies for Nigwang.
It's raining again? Oh, this isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
Well, you don't need to be looking for any traces right now, Yelan. Calm it down. You'll be fine. Ningguang's a good example of a character, like... It's just funny, I've seen the memes about it, like... Ningguang is the most powerful person and influential in Liyue, 4-star. Beidou is literally like one of the biggest, her fleet, the Crux fleet, is pretty much one of the biggest military presences in Liyue. She's a hero who slayed like a giant sea monster without even having her vision, 4-star. And then it's just like, Yoimiya, some girl who likes fireworks, 5-star. Just goes to show that lore doesn't always equal gameplay. Hello, Mr. Carpenter. You know, a cup of tea doesn't sound terrible. I'm not a big tea drinker. And I only drink coffee. I've stopped drinking caffeine a while ago, actually. I used to be really bad about drinking that. I still drink a lot of like 2 liters of root beer, which is also not a good habit, but it's cheap. And I like it. Definitely not one of my healthier habits, though. Too old to travel. Okay. Then we won't bother following carpenters. Recommend someone who's about to be your apprentice. Dayu. So I have to say that Dayu can enter your request as well. I can't represent finding carpenters. Hey man, he just needs the carpenter. I'm not familiar with carpentry, but as long as you can do like, you know, anything not, you know, at least, I don't know, passable, should be fine. Ugh. 2 pieces of pine wood. We have pine wood. Yeah. You're Mr. Ayu. Go fix that stage. Oh, he's making the chair. Now time to head to the tea house. I'll be back in a few days. You'll be there by tomorrow evening. I can teleport there instantly. Mr. Carpenter, is this a shop? Oh, he has an icon. I'll wait till the following day. What time did it say? 1800 to 2100? Okay. Time to just speed up time. 1800. Tomorrow. Wow, that was like the maximum amount of time we would have had to wait. Got another bot saying to buy viewers. I'm not that desperate, I mean, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm glad streaming this is going smoothly. I was just so surprised because my PC has no problem running Elden Ring, but when I tried to run it with my model and OBS, it died. Like, I think you can see it on my channel right now. I had, like, first stream trying out Elden Ring. I'd played a little bit, but, like... And then it was 15 minutes of me sitting there trying to figure out... I rebooted it once, trying to figure out why it was stuck on the loading screen. And then it was just immediately afterwards you see first stream playing Slay the Spire because Elden Ring hates my PC. Pretty funny. Still arguing amongst yourself? Yeah, to be fair, they did have us come... He said come get a carpenter. But, yeah. But just because Miss Yun is very kind and different, it doesn't mean you shouldn't maintain your stage. Oh, hi, Yunjin. Hi. I was just thinking about you because they just mentioned it. And she said, oh, Yunjin's about to help convince him. To be fair, I know the old man's probably... Yeah, I'm sure it is expensive, but... She's like, Yunjin. I get that there's the whole, like, I don't want things to change. Little respect for the past. But there's also a point where, like, it is a performance you know, it's a performance venue. You know, you have to keep it maintained. This is coming from someone who, you know, again, used to be able to play over 20 instruments, used to be in a vocal, I was in a vocal music program for a semester. Like, the venue is important. The acoustics can make a huge difference. Opera singer is young. Performed together at Granny Rocks, and they usually play a couple. She had feelings for. Oh, that's rough, man. Symbol of their past. I get it. Is it possible to build a new stage in a different venue? You know, I get that that would also be expensive, but she was a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, she's more approachable about people she knows, and also, like, you know, she just, this is her living. She's a really famous performer. I'm sure she knows this guy. Like she said, she might not want to go somewhere else, but again, if it's like literally squeaking and messing around every single time. Okay, that's good. Branson on the Jade Chamber is based after it. Interesting. It's affecting performance now, dude. So long as the stage won't affect performance. It's... Yeah, we'll go get the planks. After all, we are well acquainted with Yunjin. So might as well help her out. There's a toy shop here now. I don't think that icon was on the map before, wasn't it? Like, I know that vendor was there. I just, Oh, gosh dang it. I'm gonna have to get used to not tapping that or hitting sprint. Hi, Granny Shan. Where is it? Oh, I didn't. Wait, no, I do own it. I just didn't think that was an icon on the map, because... Yeah, I thought there was only, like, 1 or 2 things in that shop.
Adventurer.
Seems a little odd to put a, icon. What is her plan to attack? Okay, same as Ganyu's. Real quick, I want to change the, I think those look nice. And I was just thinking, I saw it on my phone, just quick glance, but, saw it again because I'd saved it. Just this, there was a meme of, there's just a picture of just a massive boulder stuck in a small room, and it's just the caption of, like, Shenhe just like, yeah, I found this really cool rock today. I decided to bring it home. Just funny. She, you know, that massive crystal that was used to lift the Jade Chamber. He just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pick this up. I will see you later. Nobody's gonna say anything about just us marching in and picking up those planks. Like, for all they know, we could be stealing them. That ability just looks so cool. But yeah, I was surprised when Yelan said that, like, her duty was to, like, oversee the chasm. I just thought she was, like, a behind-the-scenes person. I didn't know it was, like, to a specific place. Or I wonder if that's just what she told us, because to be fair. This wasn't much trouble. The 50-50 principle, you know. Dude, he traveled, 75% off. Don't be, yeah, I was gonna say, that's a little bit stingy. I know that's business, but, like, asking for 75% off after that, that's why you ask for, like, 50% up front when you're doing stuff like this. And you, you know, make some kind of... A rock and roll performance on a squeaky stage would have been a terrible idea. But maybe it would have just overpowered the sound. I have a really hard time seeing Jinyan doing embroidery. It might just be... Oh, we got the blueprint for the stage. That's interesting. Let's go clear out that notification, otherwise it's gonna bother me. What did I get? Oh. But, you have no idea how tempted I am some days just to C6 Bennett, just because I don't use them and that notification on the character thing does bother me. But it's just, I know it's such a bad idea. I know people have literally said it like ruins accounts and such, which I'm not seeking to be meta, but you know, when you're in that ult, if I ever do use it, having everything be infused with pyro just doesn't seem like a good idea. Like, I feel like it makes the character so much more versatile. But, it's just such a pretty design. What else have we got to do? So we can't do the character quest for a little bit. Maybe I'll do the rest of Yamiko, because like I said, Search for Yoi's brother, I was only a couple steps in. It was literally like we just saw some random news, I think in Inazuma. Then we went and talked to Yamiko, and she was like, I think it was literally, she was asked for help. She said no, because it's Yamiko. And then she said, why don't you go see him? Yeah, arriving at the Grand Shrine, you see Yoi is begging for Yamiko for help. Life is at stake here, so yeah. Yamiko's just so sassy too, just like, please, we really, really need help. I'm freaking out here. No. To be fair, knowing her intuition, and she has been alive for hundreds of years, I'm sure she has a good grasp on what it actually is. But I do think I just think it's hilarious that she just outright was like, yeah, no, go have fun, do it yourself. Just rather silly. Alright, I guess what we could do then, well, we are still waiting. Got another, like, what is that, 15-ish minutes before daily reset. Let's go do the second, this stern difficulty. Pick up an extra 60 primos. I don't remember seeing this. Wait, is this really the right place? Or is there just... I thought it said there was a teleport waypoint unlocked for there. Interesting. And I did click on the symbol, right? I'm not just being dumb here. Oh, the chasm's bed. Here we are, they're just still standing here. We've been out and about in the world just doing whatever, and we're like, yeah. You guys just gonna stay here? I'm just gonna... I don't know which one it is. It is different, it appears. I don't know if it's based on difficulty or what, but... What team did we use? This? I can't imagine that stern difficulty will be enough of a threat that, like, we need to be super worried. Oh, hold on. Oh, I can't see it. Let's do hard. I really don't think that doing with... Oh, they're gonna be immune to Hydro. I really don't think that doing these within 2 minutes should be that bad. Yeah, they're only level 75. Now, I think I will probably just hold Raiden Shogun here. Last time I did save Yelan just because she was a new character, but I think that's probably just the right idea. Right, Is this the pyro one? Looks like the pyro one. Ow. If I had more consistent hydro damage, that would probably be best here. So maybe I should have brought Kokomi, but... Breaking through this guy's shield is always just obnoxious.
Busted. Here comes the cash.
Ow.
Barbados, guide us. There is no
Barbados guide us. Little does she know Venti, well, you know, Venti's had some pretty, like, leadership moments, like when he, when he revealed his true identity to the guy who was, like, drunk in the tavern, super depressed about what was going on with life. He was pretty impressive there, but Venti is also very much, Venti.
Shine down, beg for mercy. Blood of frost. I condemn you.
That probably kills, right? I killed that one, I didn't kill the Electro anymore. When we hit while we're in this state?
This isn't good.
More speed.
Alright, yep, we're gonna continue on with Raiden Shogun. Feel like that's probably just the wisest thing to do. Alright. Greatly enhances the character's jumping ability. Oh, that allows for more, plunging attacks. What would I, yeah, that one. That one. Let's try that. We'll do Hu Tao team. Here. Probably won't need to heal, so we'll try Chi-Chi. Come on, let me up. Oh wait, this isn't the way we gotta go. That's awkward. I have no idea. I don't remember. I think it was it 3 rounds of 3? I'm gonna just drop this massive meteor that's gonna tickle everyone. Just, you know, give me a sec. Well, Hu Tao's not just one-shotting everything, but we're doing pretty decent damage. There's another elf. Hey, dude. Come on. John Lee's shield ran out, but... Okay. Alright, dude, listen, your shield's on its last leg. Stop that. Okay. I'm usually pretty lazy with that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna attack the shield. Oh.
This is order.
I guess we do have higher crit rate when she's at max energy. Ooh, 30k was that? Took a little bit of damage there because Zhongli's shield ran out, but... I think this is the last fight of the floor. Yeah, sure. Is it just 2 big samurai? Yeah, it's just 2 big samurai. Wow, they had so much more HP. We will bring Raiden Shogun along. Just seems wise. What's this? Oh, it's Mago Kenki. That's annoying. Oh, you can redraw. Who do I have? We'll do this. Double Electro here. I almost never fight Mago Kenki because I haven't farmed for Kazuha. I don't even know if another enemy uses that. The character's heart attack no longer consumes stamina. That would have been really good for Hu Tao. Generate a Cyclone. We could do a pseudo Zhao build. Actually, can I just use Zhao? No, he's not. Okay. Use elemental burst damage. Okay, sure. After character elemental heal skill, their elemental. Okay. Ranging attacks. But let's do that. Gee, that sounds kind of fun. Have stronger jumping attacks, kind of be Zhao, but not Zhao. Which way are we going? Here.
Shine down.
Get down to business.
Cryo incarnate, you will regret.
Oh, I didn't switch to enemy groups.
Right now, right here.
I didn't really give myself a main DPS in this team, did I?
A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Because I usually only DPS with, like, I don't really DPS with Kokomi unless I'm trying to get her ult up to heal. Shenhe's got high attack percentage because of her relics, but she's not really a main DPS. Raiden's only gonna DPS when she's got ult up, and Yaimiko, I have not upgraded her normal attack. Awkward. Oh, it's these guys. I'm really glad I brought a healer. Yeah, I was gonna say, because these guys knock the health off of everyone.
Illusion shattered.
Right now. Right here.
Unleash.
Just heal everyone up real quick once the debuff wears off. Stupid Abyss Mage. Did he really just... Oh, okay, I was about to say, did he really just do that right as I did that? Alright, time to fight a Magu Kenki. I don't think I'll do hard just because I'm not sure. I haven't fought this enemy, like, ever. Oh, there isn't a hard mode. Okay.
There is no escape. Do your master's bidding. Inazuma shines eternal.
Why is it not taking damage? I think I've literally fought this thing like once and I don't remember her.
Illusion shattered.
Ow.
Right here. Right now.
Rest and rebound.
A sight to behold.
Is he immune again?
Right here.
For some reason I saw that animation and I thought, yeah, he's probably immune. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I fought this thing literally once. I think you had to for like a story quest, but definitely not something that I fought a whole lot of. I think it is Kazuha that uses his mats though. That's a hit me. Alright, Yaimiko E doesn't give any vulnerability. I just dump everything and he's over there. Okay.
Manifest. Now you shall perish.
That wasn't actually that bad, but he was only level 75. Though if I'd had like my Eula or something and I didn't just dump my burst into his invuln phase, that doesn't seem too bad. Alright. Oh, there it goes, okay. Yeah, new Archon quest. That is a really cool design. They do really well with those types of things. Why is that clicking sound so loud? Why is that so loud? Station in mundane life. That bow's cool and all, but it's just I can see why it's so good for Yelan specifically, which it is their signature weapon. It's like a 16% damage increase plus 16% HP increase, crit damage plus, you know, 20% damage increase pretty much whenever she's near anyone, even off the field. Like, I think it's such a powerful for the off field like burst DPS build. But again, investing into any weapon is such an expensive endeavor that I'm not gonna worry about it here. Again, if I had a job, maybe I would, but I don't right now, so I don't think it's wise. I have 8 crowns. I really do need to start investing into crowning abilities. Just useful ones. They don't even have to be that useful. You don't get crowns that often. But, like, I could afford to triple crown, you know, like, I don't know, Raiden, Eula, maybe Yaimiko. The characters I use the very most. Maybe Kokomi. Yeah, I wonder what weapon we're getting. I'll have to look that up. It's core lapis refined. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, genuinely, what weapon's supposed to be, that is. Like, I'd looked a fair amount into this patch, but I didn't know that that was the thing. Consume all these blue weapons. I do think it's interesting that potentially an HP scaling weapon would be good for her. My thought is though, is like, even if I leveled up one of the blue weapons that gives HP, it's the trade-off of having that HP in exchange for having much lower base attack. LEG for the end has all of its effects and stuff. Not that they're the most cohesive to Yelan. Like, it's a trade-off no matter what. Because, yeah, it's like, when the Elemental Master, yeah, she gets Elemental Master, not the most important. Energy recharge is nice, though. Yeah, when the skills of burst hit an opponent, character gains the sigil of remembrance, and I think that would affect with her ult. And her ult can proc, I think, every 1 second on a normal attack, so I actually don't think this is a bad weapon for her. Definitely not optimal, it's not her signature weapon, but I'd have to imagine it's still probably a DPS upgrade over a 3-star weapon that just because it gives HP. Though again, could be wrong. I don't know the specific numbers behind everything. Did I not have a Fading Twilight? Has 3 states. Even Gleam after going to top place. When attacks hit weapons. So every 7 seconds you can go up a phase. Can still trigger the state when not on the field. So it's an energy recharge bow for Yelan. That's not bad. I don't think it's better than Elegy for the end. But that does seem like a, wait, is this the... Oh, apparently I did have that weapon. I don't know when it gave me Fading Twilight. I actually have no idea. But clearly that's refinement material for that weapon. If you only get 2 though, how do you... If you only get 2, how do you max out? I'm confused. That bow does look sick though. And it does kind of match her a little bit better just because that's the white. It actually has the darker blue, but... Someday. Like I said, I used the catch on Raiden Shogun for like 6 months. We'll get it one day, maybe. Is that the, that looks like the Inazuma Forge, like, billet sword. I don't know anything about... I know she's supposed to be an electro healer. I know people have said the kid isn't good. But I'm still gonna roll for her, because, like I said, Goro, I don't think is supposed to be that good outside of Geo teams. But I didn't roll on him during the first Ito banner, which I think is when he came out, because I was like, I'm not gonna roll on Ito. And I'll get Goro, because he'll have a rerun. Then he hasn't appeared on another banner, and I haven't gotten him. And I'm afraid that'll happen with Shinobu if I don't roll on her. And at the end of the day, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll lose my third 50-50 in a row if I have to go to, 90 wishes to get Shinobu. That would be helpful. That'd guarantee my 2.8 character. And absolutely worst comes to worst, we build a Geo team, We have Zhongli, we'd have Ito at that point. And we have Yunjin. We could build a mono Geo team. Maybe Nihon Yellow. He's such a dork. He seems like a good dude. Like, I feel like he'd be a good dude to hang out around. You just have to watch for the idea of, like, a little bit quick-tempered, but we all can be eventually. I have a few random chasm quests. I couldn't figure out how to do this. I know exactly where it is, and I think I've looked it out, and it's, like, some specific things you do. We've literally got, we've got 1 minute until dailies reset, so... You know what? Let's go stand by the fire.
Alright, maybe I'll take 1 more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Can I put out their fire? Oh. That'd have been a little bit rude. Oh! I'm sorry. Do they have anything to say about it?
That's it. I want to take another look. And this time, I, Arataki, the one and only, will...
Boss,
Whoa!
time for some roasted lavender.
Huh?
Oh, it's just the same, it's the same dialogue that they had last time.
Fine. You two... Well, hold on. Fine, yeah.
Fair enough. To be fair, you already ate, right? So it's not like I completely just... to be fair, if we're talking about this, like lore-wise, they do still have, there it is. They do still have Yonfei, so they'd be able to relight the fire. Presumption of innocence. Talk to Sister Victoria. Yeah, these are already... Wait, what? Next reset. Huh? Okay, well, apparently it still gave me Mondstadt quest. It said next reset. Maybe it's the one after tomorrow? Oh, well. I still think it's good. I just honestly haven't changed it because I keep forgetting. But yeah, these ones aren't hard at all. This one should just be a fight. Presumption of innocence, then, I'm pretty sure is the one where we're just supposed to go eavesdrops and make sure the one dude isn't getting drunk. Which, like, he is a full-grown man, but she's also a nun, so I can understand why she's supposed to find out. Just base tank that. I keep base tanking damage. I don't know why. I promise I'm not usually that bad about this, but I've definitely just been like, hey dude, this is another fight, I believe. Just the one on the beach. Though I'm obviously far from like the best Genshin Impact. Like there's people who have 36 starred the Abyss, I think literally since like launch. So let's get our dailies done. I think Shenhe's commission, ironically, expedition finished, so maybe that'll work out.
Shine down. Gotcha. Crush.
I think I should be a little bit better about if I time this right. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I usually try to do, but I was gonna say watch me do it right now on stream and just completely mess it up. Which one's this? Oh, this is just, yeah, I think I know which one this is. Has like the pyro barrels, right? So we got 3 fighting ones. That's, yeah. Yeah, it's the one with pyro barrels over here. No, the Raiden Shogun has such a beautiful design. But she's also one of those characters that I'm just like, I don't know if I'd...
Quietly now.
I can detonate the barrel. I don't know. I just like Yae Miko's more my type, I would say, than... Can you just, like, stop, dude? Yae Miko is much more my type than, the Shogun is. But I know the Shogun, like, they had, like, a huge ad and everything for it, like... Oops. Oh, I'm gonna set off that barrel. I saw it out of the corner of my eye and I was like, that would be incredibly stupid of me. Honestly, what I usually do for those barrels is, I guess I have an archer, to be fair, in my party, so I could do that. I literally just usually E with Raiden Shogun, and in that split second that it goes off, I dash away. But if I have Yelan on my party, and I do usually also have Kokomi, but I just, This is to Victoria. He actually wasn't drinking. I promise. Let's run over here.
Add Astro.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't expect her to have the exact same effect as Shenhe. I just think this is such a better idea. Like, if you play more than once a day, sure, having the expedition time being shortened would be good. But wait, was it not right here? I thought this commission was always right here. Unless this is a different version where he actually is drinking. Oh. Oops. I don't think I've ever seen this version of it, actually. I wonder if it's new. Maybe I just haven't seen it or don't remember. Because I thought usually he was standing by the flower shop talking to somebody not drinking, but here he is, Hi, Nimrod. Roger first. I'll examine the mug for evidence. No. Oh, we gotta talk to someone else. Charos? Hi, Charos. Well, Sister Victoria is not going to be very happy about that. They say snitches get stitches, but that is exactly what we're doing. To be fair, what's Nimrod gonna do to us? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I'd probably just lie. I know it's not healthy to be drinking, but like, I'd just be like, listen. Although, well, to be fair, we're getting paid for it, so. Payback all mull it over. Why you gotta be the one to mull it over? You're not his wife. I feel like if anyone would be really mad about that, it'd be his wife.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Alrighty then. That's pretty much all that done already. Did anything unlock here? I think it said 1 day on the next one. Yeah, okay. So that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. The event does spread out over 3 weeks. I'll do this, I mean, it's not much, but it's still free stuff. I'll do that later. Wise Innocence. I do actually wonder how old Yanfei is. Because I thought she was like a half Adeptus. I mean, she has the horns. But I actually don't know how old she is canonically. I know a lot of characters aren't like outright stated. I know... So we obviously know all the archons are hundreds of years old. Yulai, I think, is supposed to be... Yula and Jean, I think, are supposed to be young adults. Somewhere between, like, probably 18 and 20. I think I've seen that Hu Tao is either 19 or 20. Yelan, I would imagine it, and Shenhe, I think, are probably a little bit mid to late 20s. Let's see. Yai Miko's several hundred years old. Kokomi is... She is the leader and head priestess of an island. I'd imagine she's... I feel like a lot of the human characters are probably around 18 to 20. Just my thought, though. Rosari, I think, is a little bit older, maybe early 20s. Ayaka's probably young adult. Ganyu's hundreds of years old, hundreds. Hundreds, she's a zombie. Young adults, young adult. Apparently, I think there was a line of, like, the travelers have seen, lived long enough to see, like, stars rise and fall. Ningguang's probably, I would have to assume, mid to late 20s. Tartaglia is probably young adult. I think Noah's like 16. Beto's another, I would imagine somewhere between early to late 20s. Because she has lived long enough to be a captain of a crew. You know, she is, basically like a war hero. Bennett's either a young adult or like a late teen. Zhongling is a renowned chef. I have to imagine she's at least an adult. I would assume early 20s for Sarah. Diluc and Kaya are... Oh, what just happened? Diluc and Kaya, I would have to imagine, are, I'd imagine early 20s. Barbara, I would say 16, 17. Lisa's pretty old. Apparently, Lisa I would also think is maybe mid-20s, but, apparently she has a drastically shortened lifespan because of something. I didn't know that until recently. Yanfei, I still have no idea, because she's a half Adepti, so, or a half Adeptus. So, I wonder if that means she has a drastically lengthened lifespan. She's obviously very, very knowledgeable about law. Bishu, I think, is also about Bennett's age, so maybe late teens. Greenchu's probably late teens. But Xingqiu's, I think, around the same age as Hu Tao, and I do know Hu Tao is canonically like 19 or 20. She does run her own business. Toma's young adult. I have no idea how old Aloy is. She's from a different game. Sucrose is... I would say either late teens, early adult. Early adult. Early adult. She's a child. Early adult, child. Probably... I think he's also the same age as Xingqiu and Hu Tao. Probably late teens. As for the characters I don't have... he is definitely at least mid-20s. I have no idea. Like, actually, on Ito. Goro is a general Watatsumi Island, so I'd have to imagine he's at least a young adult. Probably similar in age to Kokomi. I'd imagine they're both, like, either at the very youngest, like, 18, 19, but probably early 20s. Yoimiya, I'm pretty sure Yoimiya is probably 18, 19. Kazuha, after all he's been through and everything, I'd imagine, like, early 20s. He's hundreds of years old. He's hundreds of years old. She's a child. He's an Archon. So, who knows? I don't know how old Heijo is. He's supposedly, like, he has some sort of, like, political influence. He's, like, a peacekeeper or something, I think. Something like that. So I'd have to imagine he's not that young, either. But, trying to decide, last thing I really have now on my checklist for the dailies until tomorrow is, to spend this resin. I think I had 3 condensed resin, but let's do our Trance Domains. I really don't do them as much when I don't need to for the pass. But we just spent a ton of H-Daha's materials for Yelan. So it doesn't hurt to restack. I have quite a few solvents, so just having materials for each boss means I, have what I need. So let's probably fight. We'll fight the Shogun, H-Daha, maybe Signora. So I really want to bring Yelan, but it's H-Daha. We need Zhongli. Have you seen Gimnang's, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, his introduction on this? The most horrifying thing. It's just the most cursed video, but he does this entrance here and just screams at the top of his lungs for this. It's so funny, though.
It is time, Morax. We settle this now.
H-Daw's a tank, though, man. I guess it just feels like he's tankier too. I don't know what his overall health pool is. I know the Shogun, just because of power creep, has way more health. But it feels like the amount of HP this guy has is just absurd. And I should have shielded again there. I'm pretty sure it'll wear out before... Yeah, just wore it. I was gonna say. I was pretty sure Zhongli's shield was gonna wear out before, well, it would. And she took a ton of damage. I should have switched healers back to Kokomi as well. He's absorbing pyro. I think on the door, like the little seal for him, it tells you which element he's absorbing each time. I just never pay attention to that because I usually just run in here with Raiden Eula anyways. Oops. Not doing too bad. I should have shielded before Raiden ulted, though we would have much more energy to work with here. Cryo. That's not so good, but Eula again is mostly physical damage, so probably shouldn't be a huge issue. And if we can get off this first part, yeah, I was gonna say that was the cryo damage, so. Oh, I forgot about that. You just see the sword go down. It's okay. He won't absorb the cryo this way, unless I E. You wanna stop playing hide and seek? H-Daha. Zhongli, your pet dragon's being difficult. Zhongli would be such a cool character if it wasn't so hard to take him seriously because he's the god of Mora. Although he no longer has his, I know they talked about, like, ever since Tartaglia took away the Gnosis. Oh gosh. Why do I keep doing that on Reynold? Ever since Tartaglia took away the Gnosis, he no longer has the ability to, like, create more and such. And the Golden House is inoperable. But he's still the god of Mora, dude. Like, you can't tell me he's, like... I just remember his line, like, did you set aside a private fund for yourself? That would have been really smart if I had thought of it at the time. Was that the one Yelan needed? No solvent here, no billet, that's fine. The only billet I'm really looking for, I think I've crafted pretty much at least one of every weapon. The only one I actively use is Snow Tomb Star Silver. Again, I'd eventually love to get a, what is it, Song of Silver Pines? Silent Pines? Something like that. But I'm not really too concerned about it, honestly. Same thing with Yelan's weapon. Those two are, like, I like getting the weapons for my favorite characters. But my first goal right now is to get Yoimiya, Kazuha, hopefully, and Shinobu. Then my goal would be to get Song of, I think it's Broken Pines, now I'm thinking about it. Song of Broken Pines, and then Aqua Simulacra, something like that. And then I think I will keep Zhongli for this fight. And then after that, it would be, I forgot to switch to Kokomi, oops. And then after that, it would definitely be to get C2 Raiden, and I put that pillar up and it just covered that entire... That's funny. Wait,
Beg for
but I
mercy.
didn't get the shield. Yeah, my goal right now in terms of like priority for what I'd like in this game is definitely Yoimiya Kazuha, potentially the Dendro Archon. I'm not a big like, oh, I have to have every Archon player, as you can tell by me skipping Venti. But if the Dendro Archon is good, and since Dendro's so new, I might. I've heard she's supposed to be like a lolly character, almost like I've wondered if she'll be like that green-haired character in Honkai Impact. I play Honkai Impact now every now and then, but it's not as like, I don't do all my dailies and stuff like I do in Genshin. I know in that game, I wanted to get Aponia, but I'm out of crystals. I just do the daily pass and like my daily stuff. Which honestly, I think it's a lot harder to get stuff in Honkai, but my goal right now is Hershira Sentience and Aponia eventually. I'm gonna have to get Aponia on her rerun though. Almost 100%. Oh wait. Sorry, wrong way. I didn't have her shield up. Let's save Eula ult for next phase. Definitely not the fastest fight. There we go. I also didn't really cycle my abilities properly, and when I bring Zhongli, I'm losing out on having a sub DPS. Where's the butterfly? Oh, there it is.
More speed.
And also, when I have Kokomi instead of Jean, I can just use her E and just sit in the middle of her attacks. I don't even have to bring a shielder, honestly, so... Like, that's how powerful Kokomi healing is, though. Alright, one more. Where's the butterfly? Eula is freezing to death. Here we go. This boss, I don't think is usually that hard. It's just annoying because they do sheer cold and then they do this burning effect, and it's just annoying. Which I think was the point, but it like...
Freeze to the core. Eye for an eye.
One of those, let's have you fight in a tiny room. I remember my friend, it was so funny. The first time my friend did this fight, he doesn't play the game anymore like I mentioned, but I just remember he immediately destroyed all 4 of these pillars and then just turned and looked at me. Because I was just sitting in Discord with him and was like, am I gonna die? I think he was okay because the story fight usually isn't that bad, but it was so funny. He was streaming it in Discord and I was just like, did you just run around and break all of those immediately? Live and learn, though. I've done stupid stuff too. Quite often, in fact. I will say, I do not have the burst damage even with Eula. He kill her before she goes into tornado phase. I legitimately don't think I've ever done it. This tornado. Well, I'm sitting in the middle of a massive shield, so have fun with that. Manjong Lee doesn't even have that much AP. Oh, I forgot that was gonna pulse and destroy this. We shouldn't need more than like 1 though. Stop that. Rosaria. Not Rosaria. I was genuinely really like, I get that they partially did it for like shock value, but I really wanted to see Signora as a playable character. Because apparently we're getting Scaramouche, and we already got Tartaglia. And I get that it was for the story, I get everything, but I really thought, and I heard that like it would have been difficult to, hey, we gotta solve it in a bow builder. I heard that it would have been difficult for them to program her because she had so much going on with her character design. But like, they really... That is the one thing, like, I get that some people really hated her, and don't get me wrong, she was kind of a, jerk. Sorry. But... I still would have really liked to see Signora be a playable character. If nothing else, just off of design.
It's time to
And, oh, I need to... Don't forget to do that again. There.
All is accounted for.
You just need to make sure you have at least a little bit of Electro for this trans domain. Or is it trans domain? Yeah, whatever. This fight takes forever though compared to other ones because she has so much health. But just having Raiden Shogun E up is usually enough to make sure you have enough to reliably pop the the bubble you need. And I might actually eat food for this fight, because this fight just takes so long. I thought Ajdaha took a long time before. Oh my gosh, this fight takes forever. And in fact, the troublesome part is, like, you want, you know, obviously at least some consistent electro so you can pop the little bubbles. You don't get one shot with the one-shot attack. But, you also, I'm just going to do this. You also need to make sure you have adequate, amounts of other elements. Oh, we can get hit while we're in that. So that you can pop the electro shield, or whatever. Ow. Oh, the theme song for this fight's so good, though. Can I destroy this in time? Or am I just standing next to it? Oop. Yep. We have Kokomi, though. Healing shouldn't be a huge issue. We might lose characters, though. I do pretty frequently, yeah. Frequently. Lose characters on this fight, though. Even with Kokomi healing, I just... Ow. Well, we're about to get hit by this, too. Never mind, we're good. Yeah, there it is. Luckily, oh, crud. Ah, she got rid of it. I was about to say, luckily we have Kokomi ult here, but then I got hit by that like an idiot. But genuinely, this is like one of the only times I consistently use Kokomi ult. Just because I think it works okay for burning down her, this state of hers. Where did she just go? Oh. Oh gosh, dang it. I cannot believe I just did Kokomi ult to wear down the Electro Shield right as she did that. Yeah, you absolutely have to have Electro for this fight because of that, otherwise you're going to lose a character. But then, like, again, like, if you only add Electro, it's going to be super obnoxious to break down the shield because it already is, you know? And we don't want to actually be letting Eula take hits because we want Eula to have ult by the time, we go into the next phase. Okay, this card. Use this time to heal. But just the design of this fight, they really knocked it out of the park with this one. So cool. Ow. Oh, stop that. Stop that. Stop. 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 Oh. Ow. Stop. I think I should have done that once this little force field wore up. The problem is I have no idea if this doesn't crit, which we do have like 60% crit plus... did that? I think that crit. I have had this fight go to, if I don't have like a Death Kiss Temptation up, I've had this fight unironically go to where she pops her Electro thing again, and it is so painful. Because she just like doesn't take damage when she has the shield up. But we're good. Ow. Oh, I'm surprised she didn't do this first phase. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. I got the achievement the first time, or maybe it was my second time, for defeating the real one first. I literally hit everyone except the real one that time. Ow. You know what? I'm gonna have the priestess that you messed up. You know, I'm gonna say, you made Kokomi's life really hard, so she'll finish you off. You know, I will say, I saw, like, the leak a long time before that patch came out of, like, with this fight, and saw that it was, like, one of the pieces for, like, the actual, like, materials you get for Ascension materials on talents is her hand. So I was so sad for a while, because I was like, we're gonna kill the puppet. Like, she didn't do anything wrong, she just did what she was programmed to do. And then I remembered it's technically also the body that's shared by the Shogun, so I didn't think they were actually going to do it. And then they didn't actually do it. But I remember when I first saw this, I was like, are you serious? But it's just one of those things. It's like, why I feel a little bad for Scaramouche, but Scaramouche is also kind of a douche. But it's the same thing with Signora. I know people didn't like Signora for the same reason. Because she was kind of a jerk to everyone. She literally punches Venti in the stomach the first time we meet him and makes fun of him. Even though Venti, like, there's tons of theories about it. Like, Venti could have absolutely just annihilated Signora if he'd wanted to, but Venti isn't a violent god. Morax was. Zhongli was, apparently, for a long time. But he also seems to have mellowed out over time. And then I don't think the Shogun was like I don't think A was originally like by nature super violent or aggressive. I just think that it's kind of the product of the land and everything that happened when she was ruling, you know? She lost Makoto. I know every Archon, surely when you've lived as long as they have, you've lost many things. Zhongli's lost his friend, I never remember her name. Guizhong, maybe? Is that not her name? I don't remember. But, like, he's lost her. Venti's obviously lost many things. All of them have. It's just natural for how long they've lived and everything that they've been through and sacrificed, but just, I don't know. A of the three, I felt was definitely the saddest. Apparently the Dendro Archon, which is the next one we're meeting, is also the youngest of the Archons. Or the current Archons, at least, so I've wondered how that affects things. I've also wondered if we're ever going to see the change of Archon, you know? Because from I've heard theories that like certain Archons will die. One of the three that we know, I think I saw a video once about like, I don't remember what all it entailed. I just remember watching it like a long time ago. And it was like a theory that one of the three we know currently will die. Which we did fight the puppet. Maybe that's what it was, you know, hinting at. But the puppet also didn't get destroyed. But of the ones we've seen, like, it's hard because who could replace them? Venti has been the Animo Archon, I think, literally since the war. Same with Zhongli. They're the two original ones. Who could replace them? You know, Zhongli effectively had, you know, let's pause that so the sound goes up. But, like, I've always wondered, just because Venti and Zhongli are the only two original Archons, I believe, left from the Archon War, from what has been stated. So, who could possibly take their place? Most of, the vast majority of Mondstadt doesn't even know that Venti is the Anima Archon. They see him as a bard. And there's no, like, you know, I don't know exactly how the passing of torch works with Archons, if they're an entirely different race. Because obviously they live for hundreds of years, but is it like I give you the powers, I give you the Gnosis, now you can live for long, you know? For such a long time, or is it something else entirely? I'm sure it's been partially stated, but like Venti and Zhongli just seem like who could possibly do it? I get that they're not exactly like I've seen like on the wiki they're stated as being retired. They're not actively because they don't have the Gnosis, the quote unquote Archon anymore. But like in terms of like, I've wondered if we're ever gonna see like obviously I don't know what all the Gnosis have to do with maybe entering Celestia, the Tsaritsa's War. But I can't imagine it's like, oh, I'm going to give each of these Gnosis to one of the Harbingers. They're now that Archon, you know? I know they hold power and stuff, but, like, it's not like immediately, like, Tartaglia picked up the Gnosis, you know? Signora stole the Animo Gnosis and suddenly just became absurdly powerful. Like, heck, A didn't even have the Gnosis. We literally found out that Yaimiko, after everything was said and done, Yaimiko had held onto it for such a long time while A was hidden away, and then she gave him to Scaramouche to save her skin. You know, like, and now Scaramouche is apparently MIA or something like that. But it's like, maybe Scaramouche could then become the Electro Archon because technically the three we know don't have their quote-unquote Gnosis, maybe aren't the quote-unquote Archon anymore. But like, I'm just thinking the conventional of like, if one of the Archons were to actually just be killed in battle. Because obviously, Honkai crud hit the fan so hard, so fast. And we've already seen some of those foreshadowing in Genshin, you know, like we hadn't really seen a big, like just straight up someone like, yo, this person's dead until the Shogun straight up executed Signora for what she was doing. Which to be fair, even if, you know, I've heard that people really do think that the Fatui, that Celestial's kind of just not what it's meant to, you know, be. It's not some kind of heaven. That maybe the Fatui are quote unquote the good guys. But they've also still, like, even if they're doing the right thing objectively, like, if Celestia is really this wicked place, the Tsaritsa's war on the heavens, truly is the right thing to do, the means that they've used to reach those ends are terrible. They basically orchestrate, like, if you read, like, the web manga / comic, you know, like, Dottore took all the credit, which I never understood. Like, Diluc left the Knights of Favonius because he couldn't accept the fact that, you know, his father had sacrificed his life to stop, you know, I can't remember what it was, I can't remember, was it the dragon? Was it, But, like, he sacrificed his life to stop a monster or something. And then the Knights of Favonius, you know, basically spit in that sacrifice, spit in Diluc's face too, and they're like, we're going to take the credit for it. But then somehow it ended up that Dottore, one of the Harbingers, became known throughout Mondstadt for having defeated it. So I never got that. Like, if you were going to take the credit, take the credit. Give it to Varga, give it to Jean, give it to someone that it makes sense to. Don't give it to the Harbingers, you're just increasing their influence over your area. But like the Harbingers, you know, that's just mild. Tartaglia, much as like his character quest really is what kind of endeared his character to me, looking after his younger siblings, you know. But like, he literally tried to massacre, you know, by summoning, I always remember the names until I forget it, but like, you know, the Leviathan that we fight in the Archon quest. Ningguang had to sacrifice her entire livelihood. That was after all of the Adeptus and the Qixing, the Liu Qixing, like, sacrificed everything trying to fight, you know? And then she had to sacrifice the original Jane Chamber. Like, if they hadn't succeeded, Tartaglia could have been the reason behind a mass amount of murder and destruction. And they tried to undermine so much in Inazuma. They took advantage of the state that, like, frankly, like, what happened, the Vision Hunter crew was put into place and stuff because of the instability, all of the things that they had gone through. You know, she and the Shogun really felt that that was the best course of action. And then they closed all the borders and stuff like that. We, you know, saw that's why Shinobu couldn't get her law degree for such a long time. It's just crazy to me that, like, even, you know, I've seen those theories, but it's one of those, like, the ends don't always justify the means. If you go commit a massacre to save other lives, yes, you've saved lives, but that blood's still on your hands. Just because the things with Tartaglia worked out, if the entirety of Liyue Harbor had been destroyed and people had been just slaughtered, that still would have been on his hands, you know? It's just stuff like that that I really had to think, you know, like the Shogun and by extension A are behind the death of Signora, and that's also a life that's taken. Once a life's taken, it can't come back. So, I don't know, just stuff like that I've wondered, like, again, going back to what I was talking about, who could replace one of the acting archons in terms of, like, they reside within this nation, they have this immense amount of power, like, if Venti was, again, like, it goes back to Venti and Zhongli, even if they don't have their gnosis, even if they aren't there, you know, Venti never really took a hold on the reins of, like, you know, the Nation of Freedom, but, like, if someone was killed, and there had to be a replacement, who could it be? You know, like, the argument would obviously be either maybe Yaimiko, or Scaramouche, or maybe even Kujosara for the Electro Archon, but Scaramouche can't be trusted. Yaimiko has her duties as the Shrine Maiden. I don't think she's the type that would want to take over those kinds of duties. You know, so, and again, it goes back to, like, there's tons of Adeptus in Liyue, but, like, do any of them actually have a Geo Vision? Wouldn't one of the prerequisites for being the Geo Archon be that you have a Geo Vision? I know a lot of the Archons don't technically have quote-unquote visions, but, like, you get what I mean, you know? Like, how is Zhao, who has Anemo-based powers, or Ganyu, who has Cryo-based powers, like, if they had to step in? But again, also, both, it's hard to say, because, like, the Shogun still takes, and NA still take a very firm grasp on their nation, obviously, but, like, everyone thinks Zhongli or Morax is dead. Because he wanted to do that, which my friend was so triggered when he saw that. He was like, I thought Zhongli was so cool, and then it turns out that he staged his own death, caused all this mass panic and everything, just so that he didn't have to go to work one day a year. when he comes down for, like, that, when we first met him, when he was supposedly assassinated, you know? He was so mad, but, like, I get it. He stepped back because he wanted to pass the hands away from the hands of the gods, you know? Pass Liyue into the hands of mankind. And, of course, the Adeptus. But it's just, I've wondered, if one of the 3 archons we were to know did die, what would happen? And then I'm just still interested to see the rest of the, the archons. The Dendro Archon's supposedly the youngest. What happened to the previous Dendro Archon, Was it, can they die of old age? Was it a battle? And then we've got Fontaine, which I believe is the Pyro Nation, God of War. Which really insinuates that that's, I wonder if they're going to throw everybody's expectations off and make the God of War, like, super laid back or something like that, or if it's going to be, like, a militaristic, like, I've heard that Fontaine is supposed to be, like, modeled after France, so I really have wondered, like, how that's going to go. Same thing with the Dendro Archon. I've already kind of imagined, like, if the Dendro Archon supposedly uses, like, the shorter, like, young female model, maybe she's going to be, like, just, like, a studious character, but who knows? There's no way to tell. I genuinely do think that the personalities of the first 3 Archons very much matched up with what I expected after, like, 10 seconds of meeting them. So we'll see. I haven't seen anything on, like, the actual... hiccups. Design or, like, the Dendro Archon or the Pyro Archon. The Saritsa, I think we already have a pretty good grasp of who she is, but they could subvert expectations there. And then I have no idea anything about the Hydro Archon. I don't even remember what the god of the... I know it's been stated, and I know it's been stated that every other Archon remaining is female. Unless they pull, like, a whoopsie doodle, we changed it, But I'm pretty sure Zhongli and Venti are the only 2 male Archons. So, lots of things to mull over. Lots of things that I'm really excited to see. Like, this game definitely has a life for some time, so really excited about that. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for the couple of people who did stop by. I'm going to post the VOD on YouTube as well. I need to upload my VOD for my Lastly the Spire stream as well. I'm trying to make sure I upload daily while I'm still, unemployed and not actually actively in class. Even if it's just like a Slay the Spire or Isaac run. But I don't know how often that's going to keep up. Eventually, I think I'm going to get to the point where I'd like to maybe stream once or twice a week, probably on the weekends. Once I am back in school and am, hopefully employed. It'd probably be like a once a week stream. Maybe a 1 or 2 videos a week, whether it be uncut content. I'm still learning to edit. The only thumbnail I made was like a quick thumbnail for I did a cover of Time of Your Life by Green Day. Just a really nostalgic song. I've been working on in Audacity a cover of Love Is Gone by Slander and Dylan Matthews. My problem is I think I've really got down every part except the high part, but that's right at the top of my vocal range even when warmed up. And so I don't know if I want to sing that an octave down because everything's already, recorded. It would just feel a little bit out of place, I think. Or if I want to try and just start over from scratch and like transpose everything down, maybe like a perfect fifth or even a full octave, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do on that one, but I would like to do some more covers, even if it's just, not anything too fancy. I just sing along with the soundtrack for Time of Your Life. I do play a lot of instruments, but my guitar is busted, and the only instrument I actively own right now is a flute. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I had a really good time. With this new patch is definitely really interesting. And I really enjoyed all the content that they added. I'm excited to play the rest of the event, mess around with Yelan a little bit more, see everyone's interactions. Maybe I'll stream it. So anyway, see you later, guys. I will catch you next time. Bye.